Welcome to the channel, guys. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Sorry, I'm late. Sorry, I'm kind of late. I was on another channel. I was on Never Foul. I was doing a panel show with Cass on Never Foul. Go check it out. It was a very good show. We're doing all the transfers, but I was like, you know what? It's been a very quiet Saturday. We haven't had a Here We Go on Cherki. Though it looks like Ryan and Nori has finished his medical. I was watching Reijnder a few minutes ago, and he looks great. And also, obviously, Netanaki, who is our player still. And I was surprised to see Netanaki. But I was like, let me chat to the streets because the streets are quiet right now. It's cold in the streets. There's nobody doing any streams from City. So I was like, you know what? I will do the stream for you. I will feed the streets on your behalf. I will make sure the streets are being fed, as I promised, regardless whatever happens this particular season. I'm going to be here feeding the streets. So here I am to feed the streets. Man City have the best midfield in the Premier League. I am going to try to debug this. I am trying to say, maybe we do, maybe we don't, but I think we do. I think Man City might be back. As John Wick says, I think I might be back. At the end of the day, it's been a tough season for all of us. So this might even be therapy. This might be therapy. Oh, LP is doing a stream. I didn't know LP is doing a stream. I didn't know that. My bad, my bad. My bad. You got me. If LB is doing the stream, my bad. I'm guilty now, isn't it? Guilty as charged if LB is doing the stream. But anyway, now look at this. My setup is now going to shit again. I'm gonna have to do it again. Give me a minute. It's quite easy to do it. Just add camera slot, and there we go. We just fix you up there, and we fix you down here. Basically, there we go. Yeah, but anyway, I'm joined by Matthias as we go through this. Matthias, how have you been?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. Sorry, I was in mute, man. I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you, man?
I'm good, man. I'm just having one of those days where I was like, it's been very quiet, but we've been all trying to do a few things. But I'm like, at the end of the day, I was just saying, I think we might have the best midfield after I watched Reijnder against in the Netherlands match. I don't know if you watched the match yourself.
No, I didn't watch it. Was he good?
Yeah, he was good. He started off as a deep lane midfielder, and then he went into more of an attacking midfielder, and he was still cooking as an attacking midfielder. So Frankie De Jong was playing more as a deep lane midfielder, and he was actually doing the attacking midfielder role, and he was getting into spaces. And my God, man, I think I'm telling you, I think I might be saying this early, but I think we'll be cooking soon. I think we might be cooking soon. And I know people are like, oh, you're getting overhyped. I would rather get overhyped, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I would rather get overhyped right now, but it is what it is. I think we might be back, and we might be having one of the best, if not the best, midfield.
To be fair, he's not playing bad. He plays a DM today at Netherlands.
Yeah, then he went into attacking midfield. Then De Jong was playing DM. Did you see that?
Is it because they were playing with Gravenberch as well?
I didn't see Gravenberch.
Yeah, Gravenberch, Reijnder, and De Jong.
Yeah, because Gravenberch and De Jong, they're more defensive minded midfielders. So I think that's why they pushed Reijnder into the sort of number 10.
Yeah, but do you see that? That is what I'm saying, for the fact that he is basically a Gundogan. He can basically
yeah. I said that to Elliot the other day. I was messaging Elliot on X, and I sent him the link. I sent him a link for when Reijnder played the Real Madrid, AC Milan, Real Madrid, the Bernabeu, and there was a compilation of Reijnder during that game. And bro, the guy looked cold, man. Cold. Let's bear in mind, that was at Bernabeu, one of the hardest stadium to, and he put a man in the match performance. Let's not forget, last time we went to the Bernabeu, the last 3 times, man of the match was KDB. Do you know what I mean? So that just shows, the level of the player that he is. Listen, He's going to be a good signing, man. He's going to be a good signing. And hopefully we can get a few more after the Club World Cup, because we need to refresh the squad, man. And but at the same time, I won't expect that much of transfers, only because we've got too many players in our squad that we have to try, at least we have to try to get rid of, which is quite a lot of them. But yeah, man, it's exciting, man. I like the player, and hopefully he's going to be a good signing for City. I'm pretty sure he will.
It will, man, and I'm saying it. I'm saying this midfield will be cold. I know people are like saying we have to wait for them to play. No, don't wait for them to play. This is already cold, man. I don't know. I'm going to go with somebody said I'm shameless wearing an Inter Miami jersey. Sue me, man. Sue me. Alpha, sue me. Alphabet, sue me. It's a good top. It is a good top. Look at that. It is a good top. I know it belongs to David Beckham, but who cares, man? Like, it's Inter Miami. It's not like as if David Beckham plays for Inter Miami. He owns it. He has shares in it. So what was I about to say? So Jervis, man, look at this, man. It's going to be Rodri next to Reijnder, Cherki in that number 10. Foden or Mamouche, whatever you say. We are Jervis. Are we back? Is this the best midfield in the Prem? Or you're still taking Liverpool's? Or you're taking Liverpool's midfield? Or you're taking Liverpool?
This midfield is quite good, to be fair. It's very good.
So which one is better between the Liverpool and the City one?
I mean, if on DM, no one better than Rodri, to be fair. You know what
That's
I mean?
That's what I'm saying. You've got a balance.
Rodri, best DM, Reijnder, crashing bosses. Liverpool, maybe Reijnders and McAllister still got debate. I mean, though, he's pretty good, but Reijnders, yeah, I mean, they're like 50-50, but on attacking midfield between Wirtz and Cherki, yeah, I mean, fair battle, to be fair. It will be a battle between them.
Hey, Patrick, why is Foden on the wing and Mamouche on the wing? I don't
know. I just
Mamouche on the left wing is
I took it from the internet.
Why are we doing this thing again? Playing these guys who are not wingers and wingers.
Yeah, but focus on the midfield. I just took this picture from the internet, so just focus on the midfield.
So I think Foden and Cherki can interchange.
Yeah,
you know what I
mean? Here we go again, right? We're now beginning to do the same thing that we tried to do. Foden has no business on the wing. Neither does Mamouche now. They're not wingers.
I didn't get listening. I took this from the internet. I'm focusing on the midfield. I'm saying Rodri, Reijnders, and Cherki.
Bro, forget about the attack. Focus on
midfield. Focus on that midfield. Carl, you're funny. Carl is mad. He's driving, isn't it? Carl, you're driving, isn't it?
No, I'm trying to get my car washed. I'm at the car wash. I'm trying to get my car washed and get some Jamaican.
I took this from the internet. I'm only focusing on the midfield. I'm not focusing on the wingers.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry about that. That would be.
Yeah, no.
If you solve the wing problem, you solve the midfield problem. That's it. Solve the wing problem. If you solve the wing problem first, you solve the midfield. That's it. If you solve the wing, you solve the midfield. Who are your wingers?
I don't know. Would Mamouche be benched though?
This is the question, right? Where would he play? He's not a winger. Neither is Foden a winger. And then you have Reijnders, you have Cherki. Where are they going to play?
Reijnders, Cherki, those are midfielders.
Right. So so who are your wingers?
You can interchange, but I think Mamouche should be played as a left winger.
Well, I don't think the manager wants to play with the wingers. If you look at the last games of the season, where he was getting the width from the fullbacks, Nunes and O'Reilly, when they were playing, they was pushing too high up, and them sort of wingers, they were more inside, and I think that's the way he wants to go. That's why he's getting a left back of the quality of.
I think
right. So this is Patrick, and this is
formation.
This is the challenge when I talk about you're going to go back to 1,000 million passes to no one. You're going to make wingers.
Not necessarily, no.
I'm telling you, mate. That's what's going to end up happening.
Not necessarily, because if you look at that lineup, even the lineup we've got on the screen, yeah, if you've got a player like Cherki in behind, when Mamouche and Haaland, they're two players that are really comfortable playing without the ball. If you can guarantee them two up front that you will put the ball through, then
yeah.
do it.
Let me tell you the biggest issue we have, right? The biggest issue you have is that Erling Haaland does not press. So he's short one. So you're compensating with Erling's...
you cannot say Erling Haaland does not press because he does.
Erling doesn't press.
The press
Yes,
this
does he in
season has been a
Italy?
shambles.
Erling Haaland does not press.
Everyone.
Erling Haaland does not press. We know he doesn't press.
In the treble season, you cannot say Haaland doesn't press.
Erling, go check it out. Erling Haaland does not press.
So he just pressed yesterday against Italy.
Erling Haaland, I'm telling you right now, Erling Haaland does not. Go check. He does not press like the way Alvarez or Mamouche or even Aguero would press. He doesn't. In fact, when him and De Bruyne played a 4-4-2 out of possession, guess who's pressing? It's De Bruyne.
Them
That's
both.
a fact. No. Go check it out. De Bruyne is the one who presses. It's just a fact.
Okay.
So everybody's compensating for Haaland's lack of pressing.
Okay, so can you, in that case, then we can also assume that Marmoush on the pressing, Marmoush will be your Kevin De Bruyne.
Somebody who is going to play. If we say that the games, the style of play that fits us best, forget about the treble. Treble was what, right? That fits us best is 4-3-3, wide wingers, pressing, running with the ball, all those things, which is 17-18 and 18-19, right? Who are the wingers?
Well, not necessarily, because if you have a look, the way we've decided to change the backroom staff, we've got a assistant manager who's going to be working with Pep alongside Pep, make a few tweaks on the tactics that Pep feels like is going to work. We've seen that a few interviews from the assistant coach where he said that he doesn't play with wingers, he plays with 3 strikers. So that means that he might work out a system with Pep where the 2 sort of wingers, they'll be more like as a second and third striker alongside Haaland.
Why do we like to overthink and over-engineer things? Why? Why do we love to over-engineer things? You all buy players who are specialists in a position, you want to convert them to Jack Grealish. Why? Just play them in their best positions, mate. Let them go.
Who?
Why do we want to overcomplicate things? What's his Foden?
What do you mean 10 out like
is Foden the 10? Jack was never a left winger. Let's be clear. Never a left winger. Right? We make him this left winger. We have some control, and then he destroys himself for 2 seasons. Now he's off to Napoli, and everybody's calling him shit because he's not playing his natural position. It's just a fact. You take Foden, you play him everywhere, apart from where he's good, number 10. You play him on the wing, and now he's struggling with mental health issues.
Are you saying that he's struggling with...
Just play them in their positions, mate.
Is the fact that he was playing on the wing?
Mate, just play them in their positions, mate. Just play them where they're experts.
Some of the best Foden's performance was on the wing. If you remember when we went to the Champions League final, first time, he was playing as a left wing.
Foden was best. His best position is central on the ball. It's central on the ball. We all know that. That's what he wants to do.
No,
Jack is a free 8. We stick him on the left wing. No. Josh goes a center back. We make him this full back who goes up and down. Just play them in their positions, mate. Just play them in their positions.
Well, they are playing in their positions.
Okay.
Well, we don't know. We don't know. We don't know what's going to be the lineup next season. Only Pep knows. That part is showing is just an illustration. This is not Pep showing the lineup. It's Patrick. It's Patrick.
Mate, I hear you, mate. But this is what's happened last season. What's happened this season before? Where we barely made the 4 in a row because Foden Alvarez.
Let me ask you a question, Carl. Since you're here with us,
we made the 4 in a row. We done it.
So Carl, here since you're here with us, so basically,
did you think that 4 in a row we would just go on to every single ground and wipe teams out? It's like you playing with
some of us like to believe. Some of us like to believe, right, in these fairy tales, right? We love these fairy tales, right?
You thought that winning 4 in a row would be easy,
mate. Let me tell you, the only reason why we won 4 in a row because Arsenal was shit. Let's be clear. That's the bottom line.
We were really good.
No. We're not very good. That year we're not very good. No.
We were winning.
The only
we were
reason
really
why we
good.
won 4 in a row was because
No,
Arsenal were crap.
If you're not
That
good,
was
you
why.
don't win the league. If you're not good, you don't win
If
the league.
you can, mate, you can believe all the Kool-Aid you want to believe. I'm telling you right now, if Arsenal were on their game, they win that league. Let's be clear. Let's be fair.
Well,
They were shit.
No. We weren't under our game because we won 30 matches in a row.
It's irrelevant, mate. If Arsenal were on their game,
irrelevant?
if Arsenal were on their game, they win that league, right?
Winning
Liverpool were
30
on the
matches in a row in
Liverpool
a
were
title race is
Liverpool were
relevant. Are you
Liverpool were
mad?
on the game
You're
this year,
mental.
right? And
No.
Liverpool
Are
were
you
on the game this
mental?
year, and they destroyed us.
No.
They
Are
destroyed
you
us.
mental?
No,
Really?
Liverpool were on their game this year, and they destroyed us.
Do me a favor, man.
They destroyed us.
No. Now you're chatting rubbish.
No, mate. Sorry, you're chatting shit, mate. Sorry, mate. Nah. All this. The problem I have, Patrick, is a lot of fans that love this Kool-Aid shit. Pep is a god. He's everything, right? And I'm saying, ask the tough questions. You buy 4 players in January, you don't use them. You're buying more. Jack Grealish comes as the most dynamic English player in a generation from Villa. You're making a left winger. Now he's bombed out.
Who was the player that wasn't used that we put in January?
Where is that kid from Brazil?
No.
Where's the kid from Brazil?
Answer my question.
Where's Victor
Who was
Hayes?
the player?
Where is Victor Hayes?
No, stop.
Where is Victor Hayes?
No. Ask the question. Yeah, answer the question. Who was the player that out of the 4 players that we bought in January that wasn't used?
Victor Hayes was not used adequately. Period.
Victor Hayes playing the FA Cup.
How many games did he play?
No.
How many games did he play?
No. It's not about the games he played.
No, mate. No. I'm sorry, mate. No, sorry, mate. If you're gonna buy a player mid-season to bring him from Brazil, you better play him in the games that you need him. Kusanov, how many games did he play?
He played in the game that we needed, which is the FA Cup.
So the FA Cup is now the standard for young talent coming to the Premier League. That's it, right?
What are we doing here?
Nah, this is Patrick. This is Kool-Aid nonsense. The same Kool-Aid stuff that people love. The same Kool-Aid.
Was the FA Cup not the standards of, let's say, for example, Sergio Gomez or Calvin Phillips when we had them?
What? Are you serious?
What are we doing here?
Wait. How many Premier League games did Victor Hayes play?
What are we doing? No.
How many Champions League games did he play?
No. Champions League.
Answer the question.
He wasn't registered for the Champions League.
How many Premier League games did he play?
No, he played none.
None. Why?
He played FA Cup.
So why'd you buy him then?
What do you mean? Why would buy him then?
Why did you buy him if you're not going to play him in the relevant games?
Because you're asking for new players. What do you mean? Why did you buy him?
No. So you buy Victor Hayes. You buy Victor Hayes. You don't play him. You buy Kusanov, right? You don't play him.
Days.
You don't play him. So what's the point?
Oh my days.
Right? You buy Nico Gonzalez. You buy Nico Gonzalez, right? You buy Nico Gonzalez, but you'd rather play Gundogan because Gundogan is your best guy. I believe all these things are big. Y'all not asking the questions. And next season, y'all be saying, "Oh, it's okay. It's okay to lose another season. That's fine. We won 4 in a row. It's okay."
What if we win next season?
Sorry?
What if we win next season?
We're not winning next season.
So we're not winning next season. Right?
No, we're not.
Okay.
We're not.
Okay, then that's fine. That's fine. I'm glad you're going to with this mentality.
It's not the mentality. It's not
I'm going with
the mentality. It's the evidence I've seen before me.
My own money going to matches, but I'm going with the
that's
mentality.
It, mate. You could spend all the money you want in the world. No. Right? I'm telling you that. I'm telling you, if he sticks the same way,
I'm glad.
Let me finish.
But I'm going to the season think the opposite.
Matthias, I don't give a shit what you think, mate. Listen, if he plays the same way, this season like he plays next season, you're not winning anything.
And I'll tell you that you're right.
You're not winning any. If he plays the same way with players in weird positions like he did this season, you're not winning anything. You're not. Let's be clear. You're not.
Yeah, that's what you think.
That's what I know.
No, and that's what
I know.
That's what you know.
That's what we know.
What you know.
If you're buying players and you're not playing them in the positions where they're strong, they're going to fade after a while. It's normal.
You don't know where the players are going to play because you're not the manager.
So where are you going to play Cherki?
You just make this fantasy.
Where are you going to play Cherki?
In your brain,
where are you going to play Cherki?
You know how the player's going to play.
Where are
Take
you going to
that
play Cherki?
fantasy out of your
Matthias,
brain right now,
Matthias,
man.
where are you going to play Cherki?
Now
Or
stop being
Foden?
slow deluded,
Or
man.
Marmoush? Where are you going to play them?
Jesus Christ, man.
Where are you going to play them?
No. Just listen.
Where are you
I'm
going to play them?
myself, man. I'm mute myself.
You meet yourself all along, mate. Where are you going to play them? This. Patrick, every time I speak about this, I get pelters, right? But when push comes to shove, when I say there you are, people are like, oh shit, you were true. You were right. Here we go again. And I'm telling you.
Let him respond. Let him respond. Cow, but let him respond. Cow, let Matthias respond. Matthias, go ahead. Matthias, respond. Wait, Matthias, are you with us? Oh, he's gone. Matthias is gone. Anyway, Javis, we move on. So, Javis, I don't know what to do. Matthias, are you going to respond? I'm saying that.
I don't know, man. I'm just going to stop, man.
No, but this is
what phone call.
Yeah, no, this is so Matthias, respond. I've said the third cow, you respond. He's asking you where you're gonna play all these players.
Sorry.
He said where you're gonna play cow, which players were you asking again?
I'm asking you where you're gonna play these guys. Where you're gonna play all of them. In what position?
Which guys? Which guys are you talking about?
All the guys that you have. Cherki, Foden, Mamouche, Haaland, right? Echeverri. Where are you going to play all of them? Nico Gonzalez, Rodri. Where are you going to play all these guys that you're buying, that you're spending 400 million on? Where are you going to play them? Because I look at Liverpool, Patrick, and I see a plan of what they're going to do. I see them going after what they need. 1 or 2 players to complement the squad to give them balance. I see it clearly.
Wait. So let me ask you a question, Carl. So you say we don't need Cherki?
No, what I'm saying to you is that where you're going to play them.
Cherki is the number 10, so he can play number 10.
So where does Foden play?
Well, Foden can come off the bench or play. They can fight.
I see. So Foden's going to come off the bench.
So
you don't want competition. You don't want competition between.
No, so who are your wingers then? Who are your wingers, Patrick?
He only wants 11 players in the squad.
No, Patrick, who are your wingers?
He only wants 11 players in the squad. He doesn't want anyone.
Marmoush, I think.
So Marmoush is a winger now. That's we took Marmoush from Frankfurt.
He can drop in there.
He can drop into where?
No, but Marmoush plays as a winger for Egypt. He plays as a winger for Egypt.
Patrick, when we bought Marmoush from Frankfurt, where was he playing?
He was playing behind the striker.
Thank you very much. Okay, so he's playing behind his striker. You buy him from Frankfurt because he's excellent behind his striker. Where does he play for us? Right behind his striker. So where will Cherki now play? Or Foden?
Cherki's number 10. He didn't move.
So you're gonna have how many number 10s?
Wait a minute.
Number 10, Reijnder and Rodri.
I thought 2017, 2018, we had players like this that both players were quality and they could come on. And,
let me tell you, all of the guys you have right now in your quote-unquote wing position cannot smell Son and Sterling. Can't touch them. They cannot touch them.
On the wing. Oh, yeah.
They can't touch them. Let's be clear.
Okay. Can I ask you one question? Yeah. Do you know you're asking question? You ask. Oh, where is Nico Gonzalez going to play? Where is X and Y and Z are going to play? Cool. You said that Liverpool has a clear plan and they buy players that they need, right? Okay, cool. So they buy Vert, yeah. Where is Curtis Jones or Harvey Elliott are going to play?
Where's who?
Curtis Jones or Harvey Elliott, where are they going
to
play?
Put him on the bench, mate. Where's is better? You play him there.
They can go on the bench, but no one in Manchester City squad can be at the bench.
What system are you going to play? I know what's the 10 in a 4-3-3. Where are they going to play? It's a question for you, mate. Where are they going to play? Because I can tell you, if you start playing, Patrick, if you start playing, if you start playing, right? Players, hold on, Matthias. Let me finish. Matthias. Let me finish. If you start playing players in weird positions, like Rico at right back, right? You're going to have the same thing happening again this year. The same exact thing. Maybe third or maybe fourth. I'm telling you.
Why? What makes you think that Rico will play right back?
Where's the right back?
Well, that's why we're in the market for one.
Where's your right back?
No, that's why we're in the market for one.
What's your priority?
Well, the priority is the right back, the left back, the midfield.
So why didn't you get him in January?
No. We are.
No, I'm asking. Why didn't you get him in January? If it's a priority, why not January?
Well,
why go by Hayes and Gonzalez and Kusanov
Yeah,
He's a right back.
I ask the same questions. Why didn't we get a right back in January?
Okay.
But doesn't mean they're not going to sort that out in the summer, because
we shall see.
If they don't sort out in the summer, the same way I thought they would sort out in January, then I'm going to start asking questions.
I'm already asking the questions, mate.
No, wait. At the moment, it's June. Yeah. We sorting out the left back. Yeah, cool. It looks like we're sorting out the midfield. Yeah, there is still a lot to go in the window. Let's wait and see. But their job is to bring a right back. If that window closes in August and we don't have a right back, then I'm gonna start asking questions.
We shall see, mate. We shall see. We shall see.
Yes.
Matthias, did you read that Livramento negotiations have stopped or something, or they're still because Newcastle are asking for too much?
Patrick,
Newcastle
ain't gonna sell you Livramento.
If you're going to buy a Newcastle player who is a very important player for them, it's either they're not going to sell to you, or they'll ask mega money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it's going to be Wesley. It's going to be Wesley.
Yeah. But it's Wesley. The scout at the same time, our scouting.
Patrick, if you buy a Wesley, the next window will be homegrown. The summer window on next summer will be homegrown window. Let's be honest. Yeah, the next summer will be homegrown window because we're not enough homegrown currently.
I'm just not confident, mate. Bottom line, I just feel. I look at what's happening. I'm like, I'm not too sure. That's just a fact. I just look at him like, something's not right. Something's just not right. And we're getting excited about signings, but the question becomes, he's going to use them in the right position. That's it.
No, that's a question that we all have.
Yeah, because
from what we've seen last season.
Yeah, true.
At the same time, we kind of hope so as a fan, right? Okay, Pep Guardiola needs to get this right. We're all saying that because we all agreeing that next season he got to get it right. He cannot keep making the same mistakes as he made this season.
That one I agree with you on, mate. I agree on that, mate. But for me, I'm just like
that's why. Yeah, he's getting the players that he's asking, and he has to make it work. He has to make it work because he's the manager. Because if he doesn't, and we end up having the same season like we had this season, then will be time for change. However, if he make this team click and this team just start blistering him all over the park and we're playing exciting football again, then we have to give him his flowers. Just as simple as that. But at the end of the day,
I don't disagree with you, mate. I don't disagree with you, right? I don't disagree with you. What I don't want to see next season is this boring football. This absolute bore fest.
I don't want either. Patrick doesn't want either. Jarvis doesn't want.
Bore fest, right? Sideways and backwards and sideways, 1,000 million passes to no one. It's just a bore fest. I don't want to see that shit again.
No, we don't want it. And even this season, especially in the latter stage, a few games this season. Remember when we played Chelsea home and away? It was exciting, end to end for 90 minutes. When we play Forest, exciting. There are games that you could see what he's trying to do, but most of the games he wasn't working because the player was just not good enough. We were getting bullied in the middle of the park because he was persisting playing Bernardo Silva, persistent playing Rico Lewis. It was a madness from the manager. He was twinking with the system constantly all the time, and the team wasn't at it, and the players were just looked tired. Bernardo, Gundo is not the same. KDB, I don't think he had any goals from outside the box apart from the free kick. He was taking shots, but it wasn't even hitting on target. Then Kovacic sometimes play well, other times just decide doing a madness. The right back didn't address the right back in the January transfer window. Listen, this season that just gone, 90% of the problems was on the manager, really. But at the end of the day, we could also see that some of the players not good enough, and we have to get moved on. That's why he brings new faces, bring more players with more technical ability on the pitch, the like Cherki, Nouri, even Reijnders.
I mean, that's fair. I mean,
they might add what is missing in this team.
I mean, that's fair. To be fair, that's fair, right? So I would give you that. But what I saw last season was not, and it wasn't about. It was just poor resource management.
Let's say, for example,
let's
say, for example, if Cherki is on the ball, let's say Bernardo Silva's on the ball in the final third, we won't know he's gonna do. He's pass sideways or passing backwards. If Cherki's on the ball, it is different because he always thinking forward. Do you know what I mean?
Bernardo but mate, when I watched Bernardo play the first time at the Etihad Champions League game, Monaco, he was playing forward, mate.
No, he was because he was. But this season, ever since we start getting a lot of defeats, he struggled. He was like, all right, okay, let's play safe, let's play safe. And the manager, I think the manager with the tactics give the same information to the players that let's be safe first. And we have to change that. We have to change that. The team has to change that. The players' mindset needs to change. The manager mindset needs to change as well. So, the players that we're getting now, I feel they will change the way we play. Because
I hope so. I hope so, mate. I hope so.
And if we get the same Rodri back, because we don't know. So if we get Rodri back, man, I think we'll cook, man.
I hope so, mate, because I hope so. Yeah. I mean, for me, Matthias, it's not even winning, right? It's the way we play. You could lose. I remember the game Chelsea, the 4-4 we played 2 seasons ago. That one in like October, November. I enjoyed that game, mate. I enjoyed it.
But I think we also need to consider that after going for 4 in a row, especially like twice with the Liverpool, where the last 15 game was a must win, where players just have to go, let's win. For 4 seasons, there has to be a time where all the legs just gone. And it happens this season, so I think it's just normal. If the legs are gone, then the football style changes. It becomes very slow, and that's why we need some fresh legs in the team. And I think the club are addressing the right areas in terms of the midfield and the full back position, but they must get a right back. And if we get a right back, then I think it will be all right, man. I think we can still go and win the league again.
I'm starting to see that Wesley guy, Wesley guy might be the right back. I think that's why they accept. Do you remember those rumors that City have done the personal terms already? I think they did that just in case they feel Livramento that last minute they go with Wesley. I'm telling you, it's gonna be Wesley. Did you know the thing is? I said it at the beginning, Matthias. I've been saying it that if you have the balls to go at Newcastle for Tonali, Nico G, if they don't have a release clause, even Isaac, Newcastle have the right to go overboard. That's why I'm wondering why
they're in the Champions League, aren't they?
Yeah, that fab thing looks like it's from City. You know what I mean? It looks like it's from Man City saying, "Oh, we can't do this anymore. It's too much." My God, if you're going at Newcastle, that's what they're going to do. If you're going at Forest, they're going to charge a lot of money. You could have done your homework already. Livramento will be expensive, so I don't know. I think Wesley will be the guy.
English test as well.
Yeah,
the English text.
Yeah, you're right, James. I don't mind Wesley.
Yeah, I think with the Livramento thing is because he's English, and if we are looking to offload a few players this season, then some of them will be homegrown players. The likes of, for example, Scott Carson, who is his contract ends this season. Like Jack Grealish, for example, John Stones. So we lose a lot of homegrown players in there. So that's why we kind of going for the likes of Livramento or even Morgan Gibbs-White, just to fill up that quota. But listen, I don't know, man. As long as they bring a quality right back, I'm cool.
So anyway, guys, before you joined, this is the team we had. We were talking about our midfield being one of the best. We're joined by Kevin. We're joined by Conway. We're joined by Adam. We're joined by Prophet. So Prophet, do you think this midfield will be the best in the Prem, or you're still taking that Liverpool midfield?
Well, let us see how it plays. I'm not quite sure how things will set up, but based on we're hoping, I'm hearing a lot of hoping about Rodri coming back to the same Rodri, but if he does not, then what happens then? So I guess we have to trust the next in line. It's just about, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not really, the players are the players, but what is in the manager's mind? Are we going to get a fresh pep with, the positive ideas, win, lose, or draw, we're going to attack, or we're going to get the same hipster madness? Somebody, a midfielder, left back or right back, or some kind of mix and match business? Are we going to still try to squeeze in some of the uncles if they're still there? So on paper, sure, it looks good, but football isn't played on paper, it's played on a pitch. So I'm just waiting. Club World Cup will give us an idea, and then uh, further in the season. So I'm a wait and watch kind of guy, because as far as I'm concerned, it boils down to how is Pep going to play. It doesn't matter who is on the pitch. What are the
That fr-
instructions?
that front three is
Yeah.
not moving.
So
Is not
that's how
even
I'm looking at it.
the front three of Alan, Mamouche, and Foden is not moving me. I'm not moving with that. Like,
Have you seen it front three? It's Oscar, Bob, Haaland, and Savio.
and that one, I don't even want to look at that one. So for me,
Ah,
like,
you're a fraud, you banana. Can you tell us? Okay, what do you want? What do you want? Tell us. What do you want?
I think I'll prefer Foden as a 10, Patrick. I don't know why, but I'll prefer him as a 10.
Oh, so you want to play Ryan Cherki as a right winger,
Yeah,
and
I
who's
don't
gonna
mind.
play left wing?
I don't mind Mamouche there, but it's just the way you place and we don't even know if Rodri is gonna be like, we are all praying Rodri is there. I believe in Ryan, that's 100%. That's fixed, right? But we don't know if Rodri is gonna be back. Like this injury, like is almost like a year. So he's not gonna, even though he's gonna have the Club World Cup and all that, for example. I don't think he's gonna be 100%. I think the first 5 games that we're gonna play, Patrick, I think we're gonna struggle. Because if Pep is going to stick with his formation the way we play now, I think it's going to be he's not going to be hard. But if he says he's going to change his style and go back to attacking football, like proper attacking football, I don't think it's going to be easy. You know what it's like? It need like at least 10 games to be changing players, moving players, doing all his stuff. Then before he get it, that's what Pep always do.
Can I say something? And I think this is going to be true. Okay, so Pep has messed up. Okay, Pep has messed up our brains so much throughout the years that I can say confidently that nobody on this panel knows what our strongest front three is.
But
yeah, basically that's the truth. So
Yeah,
nobody on this panel.
It will depend who's in form, innit?
yes,
It will depend
that's
who's
right.
in form.
And what I'm hearing that Foden is not going to play the Club World Cup. He needs to be rest and all that. If he's not going to play, that means because the Club World Cup is our preseason. Do you guys know that? So if Foden is not going to play that means he's not going to just get straight into the team. When the league start. So that means we have to find another another way, another
I don't
person.
I don't get people. So basically, right? We have been crying for, get us a KDB replacement or get us somebody who's close. So Cherki is coming. So you're telling me that you still want to play Cherki as the number 10 after what you saw against Spain?
I don't mind.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I don't mind playing Cherki as a number 10. I don't mind playing. But I say for me, I'm just saying, I know Foden is not. Trust me, Foden is gonna play the right wing more than Cherki. I understand that, but I just say, why can't Foden just take that position as his own? That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, bro.
Yeah, but why are you asking me? Why don't you ask him? I thought that I think he has a knee issue, isn't it? He had a knee issue or something.
But for me, what I'm gonna say is all I'm gonna say is like the front three, Mamouche, and the Mamouche, Foden, and Alan. I think Savio or Doku, one of them need to play. For me.
So how
So
many? So I don't get it. So there's also Oscar Bob. Like this is the reason why I think Carl asked that. Where are you gonna put all these players and how are you gonna play them?
well, they can rotate, innit?
It's hard, isn't it? It's a hard
I
question.
mean, after yesterday Turkey performance, he definitely deserve a 10. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
10.
that's what I'm saying.
He
What
definitely
about?
deserve a 10.
It's
Yeah,
just
yeah, you're
why is
right.
we understand that he's I know he deserves a 10, but Cherki have not shown me more than what Foden have shown me. So well, I actually have the right to pick Foden. So I don't understand. I know what you're trying to say, but for me, I believe more on Foden than anybody on it. You understand? Because I know
Trust
what
Walker as
Foden is.
well.
I know people are disrespecting Foden, and a
Oh
lot
no,
of
no,
CF,
I haven't given up on Foden. I haven't given up. I'm just
a lot of
saying.
CE fans,
Exactly.
a lot of CE fans are letting people disrespect Foden. I understand that, but Foden is crazy. Like he's a baller. So because of one season, because a lot of people, when I see people doing formation, they don't even think about Foden. Do you guys even know who Foden is? Eh? Do you know what this guy from the age of 17, what he was doing? Like against Liverpool, PSG, Man United, you know, Chelsea and every this guy was a baller. Just one season, people and he himself said he was injured, and a lot of stuff was happening like as in his life and all that, which it can happen to anybody. But I believe that guy is gonna come like he's gonna be good next season. But what I'm scared about is Rodri. Rodri, I don't think Rodri will the first game. I don't think Rodri will be on his. If he's on his game, that means that guy is too much. But for me, it's just Rodri that's my own problem. And the Cherky guy, I understand. Oh, Cherky, we understand. But don't be surprised if the first 5, 6, 7 game Cherky don't play because of Pep. We all know what Pep is like. If Pep see him train with us, or Pep say, okay, he's not ready, no one can do anything about it. It's not because what we are saying, that's what Pep is going to do. I want him to play after I saw the way he played. But I think with this Cherky guy, I think a lot of people are doing too much now. We are doing too much because
Oh, you
majority,
think okay? We think you think we're overhyping Turkey.
yeah, because majority of the fan base didn't even know about Cherky. Man, all they were doing is vet. Now check it, come here, check it. We understand it. The guy is good, I understand. But the way Pep play is different from the way other people play. So we need to relax. Because I know that in the first 2 games, if Pep don't use him, then everybody will be saying, oh my god, why is Pep doing Pep is ruining the player. But you guys forget that there are people there in that team that have earned the right to play every time. So he needs to come and fight for his place. No one is going because if we do our before them, if they say let's do our own formation, like the players that we have now, Mahmoud Foden and all these guys, yeah. So Cherky needs to come and fight for his place because we got players that used to play there before. So that's what I'm saying. Because somebody is telling me, oh, he played against France, what he did against France. So what? That's
I mean,
just one game.
Osas, I think you are building on my argument where I say that for me, Foden is a number 10.
Yeah.
He's a classic number 10, and he has had one dip season, fine, but Foden is PFA Player of the Year 2 seasons ago. So I don't want to see Foden on the wing.
No, me too. Me too.
I don't want to see Foden on the wing. I want to see him central.
I don't know why
You know,
Patrick is saying that Foden should play at the wing. I don't understand Patrick.
No, Foden should be on the bench.
This
I
guy
mean,
is
I mean, Foden is kind of uncertainty right now. We're not sure, like Rodri is not sure. Uncertainty, we
yeah,
don't
but
know.
because of the
So,
way we
so,
are
so let me.
okay.
Like we don't know Rodri and Foden them both are they coming back or what back into that level.
That
So
is true. That is
we
true.
need
That
to have
is
a
true.
plan B. We need to have a plan B. You know what I mean? Though we can't just rely on them both. Like Rodri on that season, we're lucky to win the league because of Rodri. You know what I mean? He telling help me. You know, he just tell on the press
Which
conference, say
season? The
help me.
season that Foden carry
Last
us.
season we win 4 in a row. He said help me. We play too many games. Help me though. You know what I mean? Dude? He need help.
For me, I don't know. Anyway, I'm here. I'm watching all you guys, like the way you guys are doing your formation. I'll be watching. Let the game start. Then I think I'll keep my receipt anyway. I'll keep my receipt because just because of the way, especially the way rivals talk about Foden.
Wait, you're keeping
So
receipts for the same thing. Don't take it that personal, man. That's
no, I'll
that's
keep.
receipts.
Why will I not keep receipt? Because I don't understand. I know that Foden are, you know, I don't even know if people understand. You know, you see the
No,
last game,
Foden is a baller. Nobody has said Foden is not a
Patrick,
baller. I'm
Yeah,
just
of
saying.
Patrick,
course, of course.
Patrick, when we play against West Ham at home, right? I was there. I watched the game live, right? When we play against West Ham the last day, right? Foden scored 2 goals, right? And Rodri scored the third one, 3-1. Okay. People don't understand winning the league is not a small thing, right? No, nobody at a further age, no one at his age, have actually played and win their own, like as in their own club, the league. No one, no one. And all these YouTubers, rivals YouTubers, city YouTubers that go on rival channel and let these YouTubers disrespect Foden. We don't know how to proper protect our players. We are the first people, if our players are not performing well, we are the first people to jump on him. We don't even have time, we don't even give them time as well sometimes. We don't even give them time. You see people hyping up Menu. Menu, oh, he went to the English team. Hyping on, like, I was watching more channel and they were comparing Palmer with Foden. That's disrespectful to me, to my own player, because I was, what has Palmer done? Chelsea play 6 and 4th. That's
Tell
where they
them.
finish. And
Tell
Foden
them.
is playing. If and wait, I'm coming 1 minute. And Foden is playing for a club that win the team every season, and we go for trophies every season. And it's different. My club is a club. We got a lot of superstar in my club. Can you? I'm hearing you.
What were you about to say, Matthias?
No, man. He's preaching. Let him preach, man.
Oh
So
yeah, I think. Wait, are you still preaching, Kevin?
definitely, Patrick, because at the end of the day, right? Do you guys remember the 2-2 that we played against Liverpool
Yeah, we
at
do. Yeah.
Anfield? That Foden scored one of the goal, and then
Mm-hmm.
KDB. Do you guys
From the
remember?
left. Yeah, from
Yeah,
the
yeah,
left.
yeah,
Yeah, from
yeah.
the left.
Yes. Do you guys still remember the one we played against Dortmund that Foden scored the second goal?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. In the
Then the
Champions League.
performance he did against PSG, that when he called out Mbappe. Do you guys remember all those
Yeah,
things?
yeah, yeah.
Of course, I
Mm-hmm.
remember. Yeah,
This
yeah,
guy, this little kid, this guy was doing it, right? And we didn't even hype him up, right? We were seeing that as a normal thing. I don't know if you guys understand. Like, oh, he's a good player, because that's our fan base, though. Because when our players are doing good, we keep calm, you know, and we don't up. But and then the last 2 seasons, this guy came out against Villa, against Aston Villa, against Everton, when we came back for the Club World Cup. This guy took us and we won the league, the Premier League. And this same guy, then we use him to compare to the likes of Saka, to compare to the likes of Palmer, to compare to the likes of who again. And I was seeing people saying, "Oh, Mo was saying on his channel, oh, are you saying Foden is compared to Cherki, Ved, Palmer, Saka?" I was saying to myself, who the fuck is this guy? Who does he think Foden is? Do you people even understand who Foden? Do these guys understand who Foden is? If Palmer was playing with Pep Guardiola, he was with Pep for more than 2 years, Patrick. He was not able to break into that team. I don't know if you understand. Palmer was there with us. We saw it. We saw him to Chelsea. Yeah, he was good. He's playing well with Chelsea. But the
They
coach,
also compared him with the other guy.
yeah, and the coach that coached Chelsea is not even close to Pep shoes. Arteta is not close. Any of the coach that coach all those guys, they are not close to Pep. If Pep can pick Foden and pick him and say, "Oh, Foden, this is you. Take off this thing for me."
Kevin,
And these
Kevin,
people,
Kevin. Do you remember that they also compared Foden with Morgan Rogers?
yes. So, Patrick, I believe this new season that is coming, trust me, Foden is, I don't have any doubt, right? Foden is going to do good, right? Foden is going to do good. But I want Foden to play in that number 10 role, Patrick. This man push Foden 10, left, right, everything. First, the Foden play first night for us 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, he did.
Did you
He
not
did.
play?
He
Yeah,
did.
first 9. And then people will not say, Foden can't keep one position. Foden can't keep one. What do you mean Foden can't keep one position? Pep will tell you what to do. No player in our team, apart from KDB, can talk back to Pep. Pep will tell you what to do. So if Pep and when people are watching, we watch football with our eyes. When you are watching, the pressure at City right now is not the same pressure as Chelsea. It's not the same pressure as Arsenal. It's not the same pressure as Man United. People don't understand that. Now Cherki is coming. He's gonna understand it.
Can you just say, yeah, Kevin? Do you not think that if we were going to an attacking lineup with Haaland, so Haaland up front, and the 3 behind Haaland is Marmoush, Cherki, and Foden. So these are 3 players that can change the way we play, because if the manager gives them the freedom, they can operate anywhere. They can interchange and in like when we're on the attack, because they can be anywhere in the football pitch.
Yeah, but those players,
play.
none of them keep the balls though. They don't know how to rotate the ball. Which of them know how to rotate the ball out of all of them?
I think Cherki can do it.
Done. Yeah, Cherki. Okay, yeah. Let's say Cherki will do it. Mamouche done. Foden don't rotate the ball like it don't slow like the way Bernardo. You know the way what I'm talking about, the way Bernardo Silva and Grealish does it. Slow it down. Sometimes, but all they think about is just and how many of them have defensive mind in those 4? Apart from
we cannot go with a defensive mind, because at the end of the day, that's why we're trying to change the way we play football. Because if you keep thinking about, I need a Jack Grealish or Bernardo Silva, that means that we're going back to the same board.
Jack Grealish is gone. Jack Grealish is gone. That's over. It's gone. Jack Grealish is. I'm sorry. No, Jack Grealish. I'm not saying in a bad way. Jack Grealish is gone. We all know that. I don't think there's ever coming back from what I'm reading. I think Jack Grealish is gone. Even Chuko was like, Jack Grealish is going to have to play football if he wants to be part of this team. And I don't think he's going to play football at City. Anyway, Conway, what do you think, Conway? This all started as talking about how good the midfield is going to be, but people are saying, forget about the midfield. People have argued over the number 10 that you have to give the number 10 shirt to Phil Foden instead of Cherki. So what do you feel, Conway?
Yeah, no, big up, man. Big up, everyone. Yeah, no, I agree. I think the way the team's going to be set up, you can't have guys like Marmoush being benched and or this crazy talk of Foden's going to be benched. If you look at Foden, this is a guy that's going to sign a contract extension over the next couple of weeks. I mean, he's been in the talks that he will get a new contract extension. Foden is definitely entitled to have one bad season, just like how majority of our players have been shocking. And this season has just ended. We can't just write him off all of a sudden and think, yeah, his career is over, when that's not the case at all. I think the way the team should be set up, in my opinion, is very easy. You could easily play with 2 10s behind Haaland and Marmoush. It could look like a 2-2-4-2 formation. You could have Cherki and Foden in the central, and you have your fullbacks holding the width, and Nuri.
Wait, are you playing with a single number 6 and 2 8s? And two 10s, 2 10s. Is that what you're going for? Like the German one, the German setup?
Yeah. So you could definitely still have Foden and Cherki central, and then have Marmoush close to Haaland and Nuri, and if we sign Livramento or whoever the hell was going to be our right back on the other side holding the width, and that's how we could be approaching games. I don't know why people are fixated on only having Cherki.
I think because of Reijnder. I think because we want Reijnder next to Rodri.
I mean, Reijnder is still going to play, though. I still have Reijnder in my team.
Wait. So what setup is this? Are you talking about?
I'm saying it will look in possession.
4-3-3. Reijnder is still playing, but as more box to box.
In possession, it will look like Diaz,
yes,
Vardy or Rodri, Reijnder, and then you would have the fullbacks going forward in Nuri and let's just say Livramento for the sake of saying on the other side, and then in the central you will have Foden, Cherki, and Marmoush would be up forward next to Haaland as a sort of the second striker, but you can still have someone like Reijnders go forward, and then Foden can drop deeper if you want Reijnder to approach the box, because he is a box crasher as well and can get you goals in that regard. In possession, I think we could experiment out in the Club World Cup, see how these players look, and if it's a formation that works, and then obviously carry on with it once the season starts. I think that is a very good team in my opinion. You can still have room for changing how that personnel looks in terms of the 11. If it's not working, and then bring on wingers like Doku or Savio, and then have your free in midfield still be Foden, Reijnders, Rodri. At the same time, there's a lot of experimental things that Pep can do with this team. We're signing 3 new players that are going to come into this team before the Club World Cup. We're going to experiment a lot. That's why people are hopeful of winning this trophy in America. If we do win it, fair play. If we don't, I just want to see this team, how they're going to gel together, build chemistry, because going into next season, we don't have the opportunity to start a bit late. We still have to start once everyone starts playing in the Premier League. So it's about seeing how these guys are going to gel together, man. And obviously the key component is how is Rodri going to look coming back from his long-term injury. If he looks like the Rodri that we all
there'll be a meltdown if we don't win the Club World Cup, and how Hamza will start that meltdown.
No, there won't be a meltdown.
I don't think we even need to play our full strength at the Club World
Nah,
Cup.
you have to go and play that. Listen, forget this loser mentality. That's the problem.
That's not a loser mentality, Hamza. What are you talking about?
No, it's a loser mentality.
I told you.
I'm with Hamza. That's a loser mentality. Say, let's go to the World Cup and play with team. Yeah,
we have to go out there to win the competition, man.
Anyone that accepts that club, it's worth. Listen, FA Cup. I'm not disrespecting FA Cup. It's the oldest cup competition in the world. Living in England, we know how big it is. And I've always grown up. FA Cup was the day that everyone gets time off, or everyone's watching it. Football's being big. I grew up seeing that. But I'm sorry. I'm getting, how much million am I getting the FA Cup? 5 million. How much are you getting to win the World Club Cup? You get 120 million. Easier once in a lifetime, once every 4 years. Why are you gonna waste that money, that opportunity when you're playing the likes of Al Huda, Al Hilal, Al Ain? I'm not disrespecting them. Botafogo, Flamengo are there. All these clubs that we don't even know. We can absolutely win that competition. You go there. Why do you think Real Madrid have asked Trent to come in and they paid £10 million? Why? Because it's a globe. Everyone around the world is watching it. It's what makes great football clubs. Do you know how many football clubs would love to be in that competition? Do you know how Liverpool, United, they would love to be in that competition? You know what?
Yeah.
We're the only club that says
we cannot treat it as a pre-season, man. It's a pre-season. No. We cannot treat it as a pre-season.
1 second. You go to every competition.
Let's compete, man. You have to compete.
You have to go to every competition. The day you start lowering and say, it's okay that competition doesn't mean, and Carling Cup is okay. That's bad mentality. We're gonna get 120 million. We have to win that tournament. PSG are there.
Hamza, if one of your players came out and said that this competition, what Akanji said, what he said, he's right in
this. Nothing.
I don't give a fuck about Akanji.
That guy's a fraud. Okay, that guy's a fraud.
I don't care about Akanji what you say, to be fair.
Let me land. Let me land.
The City were winning titles.
Let him land, Hamza. Let him land. Let's see, quiet.
If the professional player that is playing in the field can come out and say that openly, right? Do you think all those players they are going to put all their body on the line when they're playing? Wait. You watch one, they'll do it with his side, Patrick.
If they don't, Kevin, if Akanji scores an own goal, Akanji will fight. I'm telling you, that guy's a fraud. Where has he been all season? He's been injured and he's saying that he wants rest.
Akanji give me a heart attack on whole season, man.
Whoever doesn't give 100% in this tournament, then doesn't deserve to be on the squad. Doesn't deserve to be on the squad. Because it's a competition.
I don't want to be disappointed.
That's why.
You know what the money is on this? Go ahead, Matthias.
Next season. That's why next season. That's why next season.
Wait. Give me 1 second.
We have to try to compete for trophies. If we don't start from the Club World Cup, it's like having that
brother, whether you win the Club World Cup,
Matthias,
Club World Cup.
We need to win the
group. If you get to the semi, you're going to get more than
120
million, bro.
Can I say something real quick here? Are we all
no
right?
worries.
Are we all right in terms of saying that if these players don't give 100% in this competition, they should be sold? This
No.
season, the season that just ended in the Premier League, that ended 3 weeks ago. These players, a lot of them, went to their respective nations to play either in World Cup qualifiers or friendlies. And then after that, they have to come back to Manchester on Monday
Next week,
to fly
Wednesday.
to America to
Next
participate
2
in
weeks,
this Club World
Wednesday.
Cup.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to blame these guys, our players, if they don't give their 100% in this
They are
competition.
not going to give
Purely
it.
based on the fact that, and what Akanji said in this quote is 100% true, by the way. These guys have played a lot of football. And he just basically said publicly what our players feel within the dressing room. That's all he said. He's speaking for the majority of our players within our squad. So I'm not going to berate him on the fact that he mentioned something that's purely fact. But on the other side of it, you can still get back to Akanji and say the reason as to why you guys are getting paid the wages that you're getting paid is because you play in such competitions, the Club World Cup, the Champions League, all of these competitions. The more you make appearances in these competitions, it equates to the amount of money that you make as a player by the end of the week. So you could say that back to Akanji and look at it from that point of view. But at the same time, these players are playing a lot of football. So no, I'm not going to tell my guys or players, if you're not performing at this World Cup and giving your 100%, I want you sold. I'm not going to do that. I think that's nonsensical for anyone to say something.
Well, they shouldn't have won the treble then, because this is what happens when you start
Patrick,
winning.
the treble was 2 years ago, mate.
Patrick, let me say, can you hear me properly? I've
Yeah, we can
researched.
hear
Yeah, I
you.
can
We
hear
can
you.
hear
Yes,
you.
we
Okay, yeah, we can
You
hear
are
you.
absolutely a fraud if you disagree with me, because I'm gonna read here. Yeah, facts. FA Cup winner. Guess how much you get to win the FA Cup?
$1 million.
In euros or pound?
Pounds.
$1 million.
100 or something.
2 million.
Yeah, 2
How
million.
much do you get? 1 second. So that's 2 million. How much do you get?
Hamza,
to
can I
win?
ask you a
Oh,
question
I thought you
afterwards?
was. Oh, okay.
Stop asking me a question when I've not even finished. What the hell? Let me finish first, and then you can ask me a question. Frauds. How much it is to win the FA Cup? 2 million. 1 second. Write it down. No, 1 second. Write it down. Write it down. How much? 2 million. How much is it to win the Carabao Cup?
200K.
100,000 pounds. How much is it to win the Champions League?
Hamza, why? Hamza,
No, 1 second. 1 second.
Hamza, why are you lying?
No, 1 second. I've got it
Why are
here.
you lying?
I swear to God, I've got it here.
No. What about the broadcast money? How much is it for the FA
No,
Cup?
we're talking about prize money.
It's same with the Club World Cup. They're adding the broadcast money. Okay, you Google the broadcast money for the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup.
Let me tell you, and then you can argue. 1 second. Let me say, I want to guess. So 100,000, what a joke. UEFA Champions League is 19 million pounds to win. Winner for the prize money. Guess how much you get for Europa League? 10 million, 10.95. Guess how much you get to win the FIFA World Club Cup? How much?
You get 100 million. You get 100 million.
125 million dollars. 100 million.
Clear
That's 100 million pounds. That's 100
110 million
million
pounds. 100. You can win. That value is you've won the FA Cup 50 times. It's more valuable than winning the FA Cup 50 times. It's 100 times. It's more than 1,000 times more valuable than you winning 1,000 times Carling Cup. You winning the Premier League. How much do you get for winning the Premier League? Go on. You love the Premier League. How much it is to win the Premier League?
You get 100 and something mil.
Conway,
No,
Conway,
to win
Conway,
it, the
hold
prize
on.
money.
It's
Conway.
172.
Conway and Matthias, let me
172
debunk
million.
Hamza's. Let me debunk Hamza's thing.
1
Okay,
second. I'm gonna find out
Hamza,
this.
Hamza,
Not
Hamza,
debunk
and
it,
Kevin.
because if you debunk it, then
Hamza,
you're a
Hamza,
fraud.
1 minute. Hamza, go on mute. Go on mute. Do not say
Yeah,
anything.
it's 100. It's
Hamza.
177 for
Okay.
the first. 170.
Okay.
UK merit is
Matthias,
33 million pounds.
Hamza, stay on mute. Hamza, Matthias, you win 120 million, but okay. Some of that money will go towards these players' bonuses, Hamza. If you think for a second, out of that 120, whatever they've agreed to, the bonuses, a percentage of that will go to the players and the backroom staff and whoever it is in and around the club. Hamza, go on mute. Don't open your mouth.
So you don't want to win
Yeah?
it because you don't want to pay your
Hamza?
player bonuses.
Wait a
Hamza?
minute. Wait a
Not
minute.
that,
Wait a
we
minute.
want
Did
to
you,
win
Adam,
it.
Adam, did you wait?
No.
Adam, did you open your mouth thinking you've just dropped some knowledge?
No, Patrick. When did I say that? I didn't say I wanted to win it. No, Hamza. Patrick, if you let me finish, yeah,
Okay, finish.
I was gonna explain myself. I was saying even if we win it, that 120, whatever Hamza was saying, yeah,
some of that money will go towards the player bonuses and whatever expenses else. Not everything is going to be spent on the transfer that Hamza keeps banging on and
wait. So the
crying
players are
about.
gonna get bonuses. The same Akanji who is crying. You know what? If Akanji doesn't want to play Victor, play Kusanov. Get out, Akanji. Get out.
You guys are not listening to what Akanji is saying, Patrick.
They're not
You guys
listening,
are-
bro. They're not listening. They're not listening.
You and Hamza, your ears.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Kevin.
You and Hamza, your ears are wearing pint because you guys not listening to what he's saying.
The standard, the standards have dropped.
No, Kevin.
I'm not saying that I don't want to
Patrick, can you share?
I'm not saying that I don't want to win the Club World Cup.
No, Kevin, Patrick, can I talk to the three people, and the others that listen? No, Hamza, please be quiet. Yeah, let me talk to the people that have the slightest of that listen. Yeah, Conway and Mateus. Yeah, Mateus and Kevin and all of the guys that will listen. Yeah, let's be honest, Mateus. Hamza keeps crying about this 120 something. Is this 120 something going to be used in the transfer? Let's be honest with ourselves.
No.
Hamza, please be quiet.
I want to win the trophy.
Hamza, be quiet. Mateus, please answer the question, and then I'll go to Conway and then Kevin afterwards. Mateus, please be honest with me. Is any a percentage of that money going to go towards?
I don't care about the money. I want to win the trophy. No, I only want the trophy. That's it.
I know you want to win the trophy.
We've gone trophy this season, Adam. We've gone trophy this season.
I want
Hamza.
Hamza,
I'm not finished. Hamza, I'm not finished. Hamza, please go on mute. Kevin, please answer the question. Hamza, go on mute. Kevin, please answer the question.
What did you say,
Hamza? No, I said, Kevin, I said, let's be honest here. I said this, even Hamza keeps banging on about this 100 and something that you win for the Club World Cup. I said, yeah, even if we do win it, yes, a lot of that is going to go to other expenses that the club have.
No. Adam, if we win this, wait, Hamza, let me finish. Hamza, if we win this competition, that will really help our revenue. That would be very nice to win.
Big time.
The money
Globally,
will help our revenue. That will even make we might even go first on as in revenues position, right?
For Madrid.
But
will get out of the way.
So at the end, but the thing is, I don't want to pour my hope on this this Club World Cup because I know what's going to happen, what they are going to do. Trust me, I know what these players are going to do. Even though they're going to play the game, but they're not going to play 100%.
But let me tell you, Manuel Akanji, I'll come up with I don't like Manuel Akanji already. Because I have to
Hamza, wait, Patrick has to read the quote. Patrick, can you read the quote?
Read the quote, Patrick.
What if I can't read? Why are you forcing me? What if I can't read?
Patrick, read
okay, Hamza, read the quote. Hamza.
I'm talking. I'm going to read. So, Akanji, aka the guy who was injured this season, aka the guy who's had bozo moments.
Don't downgrade him, Patrick. Read
on the Club World Cup. I've been a strong critic of this competition for some time. Who asked you? We players would love to have some holidays, some time for our bodies to rest. My Man City teammates are not exactly overjoyed about the tournament either, but it's now right in our faces. I hate him saying that. There's nothing we can do.
Did Caldo not said that he wants to win the competition?
How many of you guys like what he just
so
said?
you expect Kardum to come out and say, I don't want to win the Club World Cup.
I would. Do you know what? If it was up to me, I would call Akanji and tell him that, how dare you, my friend? We pay you your salary. How dare you?
In fact, guess what? Patrick, it's made me believe he's one of the bad influences now.
Thank you.
I've changed my mind on Akanji.
Thank you.
I have changed my. I used to back this guy, but that quote.
Akanji has to leave because he don't want to. He said the game.
The timing is wrong, Hamza. The timing is wrong. The timing is wrong.
This man, we gave him a career. You had stinkers for Dortmund.
Thank you. Who knew who Akanji was? Who knew who Akanji was?
You never won a league title in Bundesliga. The only thing that you had was DFK Pokal. That's the only thing you had in Dortmund.
Akanji said, Patrick, no one is saying that Akanji saying this.
Hamza's basically saying to Akanji, we saved this ball.
Manchester City Football Club. What what our fans can expect. That's the loser mentality.
But
that's someone who's accepting that. Listen, he's been out this season. He's not been contributing this season. In fact, he should be the one coming out and saying, "I'm sorry, I've not been part of the thing. I've not played well this season, but we need to go this tournament and start to get the confidence."
Yeah, he just played 3
Hamza, no, Hamza, are you gonna go for Ruben Diaz? Because Ruben Diaz has been shit, and I can't just be better than this year. No, because no.
Did you say this, Adam?
No.
Did you say this, Ruben Diaz?
Okay, yes, no, but no, Patrick, yes, I get, yes, he's come out and said that. Yeah, no, Hamza, I get he's come out and said that, but you've been targeting him, man, for the longest time. Are you gonna target Ruben Diaz because he's been utterly shit? And I don't. No. Hamza, go on mute, please.
No,
because
Hamza,
go on mute, please. Because in every single space I have been with you, you have criticized, Akanji, but you probably criticized Ruben Diaz maybe once or twice. But Hamza, keep that same energy for Ruben Diaz, who has been shit this season. Yeah, if you're gonna criticize, Akanji, keep that same energy for that certain Portuguese man that's been chasing Maya Jama left, right, and center.
Okay, one second. Adam,
you're making zero. No, Hamza, Adam, let me go. Hamza.
We're talking about this sports.
I know. This guy is who's this Adam guy, man? This Adam, what are you talking about?
We're talking about this sport.
Now this guy is jealous. You know what? Everybody who's going after Ruben Diaz for my Jama are jealous.
Patrick, that's Hamza, not me.
There's no jealousy.
Thank you very much, Patrick. Thank you, Kevin.
What are you talking about?
Jama is one of the most
A defender tried to backflip a goal.
Maya Jama is one of the most beautiful women I've seen on TV. What's your problem?
Patrick, normally,
Wait. The people that know
normally me and Kevin don't see eye to eye, but I agree with him.
Wait, Patrick, the people that know about Ruben Diaz's girlfriend, they are weird people. Well, I don't have anything to do with Ruben Diaz's girlfriend.
Adam just mentioned him.
We don't care about Ruben Diaz's girlfriend. I care about Ruben Diaz.
The topic is Club World Cup.
Yeah.
Why did you think my Jama into this?
I care about Ruben Diaz.
My Jama is probably chilling, relaxing.
Yeah, somebody said my Jama is destroying our club. How is she destroying our club?
Nothing to do with it.
Hamza, forget about that girl.
Hey, Mateus.
Yeah, do you know what? Let me be honest with you. If I played for City and I did it my Jama, I'll have stinkers, of course, and I'll be proud of it. I don't care.
Wait, can we move from speaking about my Jama? I just want to say one quick thing, Patrick. Yeah, let me say.
Go ahead.
You see, regarding Akanji's quote, and all of a sudden we want him gone standards, whatever. Couple months ago, actually, way back when it was first being talked about that the Club World Cup is going to happen in America 2025 summer, the Players Union, the European Players Union, they filed a complaint regarding this. That doesn't only consist of Akanji, that consists of the players within the European top 5 leagues. They filed a complaint saying that this Club World Cup tournament happening in the summer of 2025 is too much on these players. It's too much. You've had guys like Rodri way back speak on it. So all of a sudden, are we now going to berate Rodri, the guy that won the Ballon d'Or?
Yeah, but
are we going to talk bad regarding
Rodri? And then he got injured 2 days later.
Yeah, Rodri was speaking about this schedule. You had Ruben Diaz post a picture of the schedule when the season started, showing that what the players had to endure. He didn't put no comment. All he did was just post a picture regarding the schedule that the team, the players have to play throughout the entire season, including the Club World Cup. And then fans just made their own comments regarding is Diaz, does he not want to play these games? You've had Diaz, Rodri, Bernardo, a lot of players from other leagues across the Premier League as well talk about the schedule and teams that are going to play in the Club World Cup. But we going now all of a sudden crash it on everyone since we now want to crash it on Akanji. All Akanji did in that interview was state something factual. That's all he did.
Akanji is right. Justice for Akanji.
That's all he did.
But
we want to talk about his mentality. It's got nothing to do with his mentality.
All of them are thinking. What Akanji said is what all the players are thinking. And what Akanji said is what all the players are probably going to do.
The problem is The
It's all
problem
the
is
players except you, Anza.
they shouldn't be tired.
Then he should stay back home.
No,
He
the
shouldn't
problem
be-
is FIFA and
The problem
UEFA
is
want too much money.
Wait,
they shouldn't
Hamza,
be
are you gonna
tired.
tell Rodri to stay back home as well? Are you gonna tell Rodri
No,
to
no,
stay
no,
back
no.
home?
Rodri does not have the. I'm so glad one guy. There's certain players I know their auras. They hate losing.
What do you mean you know their
No,
auras,
dude,
bro? How does that
I
make
know
sense? Are you
I
gonna
know
tell
their
Rodri to
guys.
stay back home?
Yeah, I just
No,
hear.
Coleman, I know in our football club, there's some players
Man said aura, you know.
they don't accept failure. It's okay, man. I've
Yeah,
won.
but
Rodri's talked about the schedule.
32 years old.
Akanji said the
Rodri's
same
talked
thing
about the
Rodri
schedule
did,
and the
except
Club
Rodri
World
got
Cup.
injured.
no.
Way back
So
when.
wait.
We still
the
roll.
good
Are you gonna tell
Hamza,
Rodri to stay
wait,
back
wait.
home?
How
You're
they
gonna tell
finish
Rodri
will
to
not
stay back home.
value.
Hamza,
One at a time, or we
Hamza.
can't hear you. One at a time, we
Wait,
can't hear
wait,
you.
one minute, Patrick. You know why I say Hamza is the most confused guy? So wait, so it's okay for Rodri to be complaining about the schedule, but when it's Akanji, you wanna say XYZ about him. Hamza,
Yes.
make your mind up.
Why
Hamza,
are they
no, 1
complaining the
minute, Mateus,
schedule
Mateus,
when
please,
they
Mateus,
just
give
had
me
a
a few
one
minutes.
Is it a colour thing? Is it a colour thing?
season?
No. Conway and Patrick. You know, normally, no,
Oh, I don't
Patrick,
know about that.
Patrick. Normally, me
I
and
think it's an
Kevin don't
esteem
see
thing.
eye to eye, yeah.
I'm just joking,
Patrick,
but
me and Kevin don't see eye to eye.
You're
Me
not.
and Kevin don't see eye to eye, but
You don't see
today
eye to eye with
I see eye
everybody.
to eye.
You don't see eye
No,
to eye with
but
everybody.
but
You don't.
hey, it's the truth. Hamza will criticize, yeah, Akanji, but yeah, Rodri said the exact same thing, but Hamza wants to keep his mouth shut.
Can I ask you
Pick
something?
and
Can
choose.
I ask you
Akanji is
something,
right,
Adam?
and so is Rodri. There's
Can
too
I ask
many
you
games
something?
and no breaks.
Yeah, but he shouldn't have said all the other
You
team
know
members.
that
Akanji, no.
MLS gets like 3 months off, right?
Yeah, they do.
And
Yeah.
they got no winter. They got no tournaments. MLS play Messi and all these homies. They're coming over here because they get all the time off.
But
From
it doesn't matter. Inter still gets smoked by
November
City.
to like March, they're not playing.
Of course, we're still gonna smoke those guys.
Cannot
But what I'm
be.
saying that if you guys, the reason why I'm saying this, right? I know coming as in when we come off that, as in when someone or anybody beat us, Amza or Mateus or Patrick will start. They will explode, saying these players are shit, these players are this, these players and that. Because I don't want you guys to be disappointed.
Can I tell you something, Kevin?
Because
Can
I
I
know
tell you
what's
something,
gonna
Kevin?
happen.
If Akanji drops a stinker after that statement he made, I'll do 1 week. I'll do a 1 week stream.
This is what I said.
He started
League
today
Ghana will have
versus
nothing on
Mexico.
me. League Ghana will have nothing on me. I'll do a 1 week stream. 1 week stream. I'll
Because
shower.
if Diaz drop a better stinker than Akanji.
Patrick, you know what's the worrying thing? He has not played. How many games has he played this season?
He's only played.
Akanji is not even
a few.
talking about you guys. Are
Oh, imagine I've been chilling in my bed every day. He's had a rest. He's the
guy
guy
is
that should
talking
be
for
dragged on and said, "No,
everybody.
you need to go there and
The
play."
guy is talking for
Because you've not been
everybody.
no, one second. You've not been playing. The guy who's not played is not even eager. He says, "No, I don't care about it." Because he won't. But if I tell him I got a 5-star holiday to Mauritius, yeah, paid by Man City, yeah, come and play, just come and relax. We'll pay. When the guy will take it. To me, Akanji is not a guy who we got like a winner. I know who's a winner in my football club.
Dude, we should sell Akanji.
Yeah,
we should sell Akanji.
I've said it. Kevin De Bruyne, winner. Bernardo Silva, winner. These are
Sell
winners.
Akanji.
I'm telling you the winners in my football club. Rodri, winner. Yeah, these are the main winners in Haaland, winner. He hates
Akanji is not a winner.
Comes up angry.
Akanji almost cost us a Champions League final. He almost
Diaz.
cost us the Premier League, and he cost us the FA Cup.
You're
But wait,
Kelstar.
Kelstar. Isn't this the same Ruben Diaz that did that stupid tackle against Real Madrid? So come on, let's behave. Let's behave, man. Come on.
No, but he hasn't said anything.
Which game?
No,
what
but
Real
no,
Madrid game, Adam?
no.
What Real Madrid game, Adam?
Hamza, I'm not having that. Look, yes, I get.
You're talking about the Rodrigo game?
No, 1 minute. Yes, I get.
He was a bozo in that game.
I get. Yeah, Akanji has been poor.
This man is jealous of my Jama, you know,
no,
this Adam guy.
Patrick, I don't give a shit about my Jama. That's
but why do you hate on Ruben Diaz?
But wait, let me finish. Patrick, let me finish. Kevin, please give me 3 minutes. Why I'm saying that and why I'm backing Kevin in this situation is, listen, you guys are saying Akanji has been shit, but why are you not talking about Ruben Diaz? And another thing is, last season that 1 minute, that 4-4 game against Chelsea last season, what did he do? He did the exact same. He did the exact same stupid tackle that he did on on Benzema that
Benzema.
he did on that 4-4 game against Chelsea. What's
More time.
like
I don't even know
the
what. I
attack?
don't know. Hamza, I don't know if Hamza and Patrick and as in they don't watch our game. Ruben Diaz was more shit than Akanji, right? But Akanji is getting the stick and he's getting the blame because and Ruben Diaz
Tell them both.
Ruben Diaz supposed to be a leader in that team, right? Do you know when I gave up on Ruben Diaz? When we played Bournemouth at home this last game, right? We are blue. We are like all the other guys. They are all stressing. Ruben Diaz was trying to flick a ball to clear a ball with his back in. What the hell? What are you doing? And he has done that multiple times. Multiple times. But Hamza will come here and say Akanji is shit. Kel will come here and say Akanji is shit. Patrick will come here and say Akanji is shit. Akanji didn't even play 10 games.
All I'm saying is,
I think he has his shit too when he's shit.
Yeah, all I'm saying is, I think as a fan base, we should respect and support all our players. That's what I say. But fuck Akanji. Anyway, let's keep moving. Anyway, guys, I want the Club World Cup.
Can I ask a question before you move on?
Yeah.
How many here don't care about the FIFA World Cup? I need to know names.
Yeah, can we know names, please?
Hamza, everyone here wants to win.
We okay, but
I kind of want to win it now.
Everyone here wants to win the
No,
tournament.
I want that
I need to
badge
know.
on the shirt.
I need to know
Gold
who
badge
wants
for
to win
4
the
years.
FIFA World Cup.
I want us to win it, Hamza. I want
yes or no.
Everyone here
It's
wants
yes
us to win the
it's yes or
tournament.
no. It is or no.
Yes or no?
I want us to win it. I want us to
I
win it.
want to win the Club World Cup, yeah.
Yeah.
Fine. So only certain guys here that don't want to win it.
Who said no again? Who said no?
Who said no?
I gotta go. Bye, guys.
Oh, see you guys. Enjoy yourself.
So who else wants to say, who says no? Are you scared to come out? Don't worry, don't be scared. Come out. Tell us.
Hamza, we all care about it. We all care about it.
Yeah, so we all care. So you all want to win it.
Yes, definitely.
If you don't want to win this competition, then please don't watch those games. Yeah?
I think
It's on Channel 5, by the way. It's on Channel 5. It's on Channel 5.
I'm gonna wake up at 2 in the morning watching it.
I think it's important to try to go and win this competition, especially when we come up against the likes of Real Madrid, PSG, or even Juventus in there. Because one thing that we've lost this last season was the fear factor. Like when we faced Real Madrid, we played with a lot of fear. At the Bernabeu, we got slapped.
We got smoked by Juventus. We went to
Juventus away. We missed a lot of chances in the first half. Second half, complete different game. We got slapped. PSG was, it was just embarrassing. So we have to go to this competition with intention to win. That brings up our performances. If you end up winning, let's say we face Real Madrid, we beat them not comfortably, but we beat them when we played well, or even PSG. That gives us a lot of confidence, and also that installed that city fear into them if we face them in the Champions League. So yeah, man. For me, we have to go out there and win it. At least try to win it, and not playing like a pre-season where you're just not asked really, because it's a good competition, man. We want that golden badge, on our kit, don't we? For next season. So yeah, man. We have to try at least and win it.
Yeah, and also on a Club World Cup format, yeah, we need to finish top of the group. You know, if we finish second, we'll face Real Madrid. You know what I mean, though? Just check the format.
Should we be scared of Madrid right now?
You could play Al Hilal as well, though. You could play Al Hilal.
Yeah, you can Al Hilal and Madrid, them both. If they, because it depends on the group, it's like if we finish top of the group, we don't meet each other first. Right now, just confirm something.
I was talking to Al Widad. Listen, big up to Widad fan base. There were like 400-500 of them. When they made the FIFA World Cup, they made a space. I went to their space and I praised them. I said, listen, you're the champions of Morocco and this and that. And they said to me, listen, it's an opportunity for us to play City. If we get a draw or beat Man City, we'll be proud of our team. And to me, I'm saying that if we're playing Al Ain, they're from United Arab Emirates. Wydad from Morocco and Juventus, who've been poor this season. City should finish top of the group. That's not a hard group. I think Chelsea have got an easier group than us. But our group, all we need to do is you don't need to play our first team to beat. Imagine losing to Wydad. I know some fans here, and I'm not going to mention their name, who will not be shameless to lose to Wydad. 100%.
No one wants to lose any game. Amza, no one wants to lose any game.
I'm telling you, there's some people. I know people here who would not mind losing.
Okay, how about this, Hamza? Rather than saying that, why don't you name them? Go ahead.
Yeah, name them, Hamza. Yeah, name them.
I think Mateus is number one. Mateus doesn't mind losing to the Yeah. And me, I want to win every game. I want the club to have a name. By the time they come back here, if we win it, brilliant. We've got the 125 million. You know, no one can ever catch us. You can tell every fan base we won a tournament that no one's ever won.
I can guarantee you care about your space more than that 125 million. You care about the brag you're going to brag in your space more than that 125 million. So forget about that money. Stop covering with the money. You don't actually care because the money is not coming to your pocket. I know you want to brag on YouTube and you want to brag on Twitter. So forget about that. So all those music that you invent, you just want to dance.
Manchester United are traveling Asia to make money. Liverpool, I don't know where they're traveling to make money. We've got a great opportunity, not only to make money.
We're still going to make money, even though we get to a semi-final. We're still going to make at least 100 million. So what are we talking?
No, Kevin.
Don't want the golden badge.
No, Kevin.
We want the golden badge.
No,
but I'm just saying.
But no, Kevin.
Let me tell you 1 second.
Kevin.
This is the price that you get, yeah? $2 million for each in the group stage. 1 million for a draw.
Kevin, you know why I don't understand why he's so worried about the money. Kevin, last time I checked it, Kevin, you know how much we made? Just off player sales. Kevin, you know how much we made off player sales? 60 million. And this guy's worried about, what was it? 100 and something million.
Let me give you one second. The prize money is this. I've just found out. I've researched it. A draw, you get zero.
I don't think it's about the money.
Thank you. It's not about the money. I just want Hamza to say the truth. Hamza don't care about the money. He don't care about the money.
For me, it's about
Hamza just wants to make his TikToks. I know.
Almost. And for me, it's about getting back to the top. And getting back to the top is by beating the top team. We've got some top teams in this competition.
Oh my God.
Listen,
I want the golden badge.
Yeah, the golden badge is.
You already have it, though. This is just going to be a second one.
Listen, imagine.
Patrick, I want that until 2029.
No, imagine, Adam. Imagine, yeah, we go into this competition. We finish top of the group. We're facing the likes of Real Madrid, PSG, whatever. We got there and win the competition. The whole world will start looking at, these guys are back, man. Do you know what I mean? That sends.
You're right, though.
People start looking at us momentum. Because at the moment we don't fear anyone, not even Brentford.
Nobody cares, man. Nobody will smoke us. Brentford will smoke us. They're happy to smoke us.
We have to get that back, and the best way to do it is by starting this Club World Cup, which is a major trophy. We have to go out there try and win it. We have to.
Okay, can I just say something? Before I was interrupted, I was gonna say that the money is, so that you guys know about the money. In the group stage, if you win, you get $2 million per win, $1 million per draw. If you progress to the round of 16, you all get $7.5 million each. If you then progress to the quarterfinal, you get $13 million each. If you progress to the semi, you get $20 million each. If you get runners up, you get $30 million. And if you win it, $125 million. The prize pool is $1 billion. It's not small competition. Respect competitions, because you guys don't have lower standards. I think you've been brought up by, it's okay, mommy, I've lost the game. It's all about taking part. To me, I go to the 5-a-side.
That's Arsenal.
If I draw. If I lose, I get angry. Yeah? So to me, I'm looking at these guys like, Go and get me the competition. Akanji, now you're on fraud watch. I'm checking you out very carefully.
Wait. Hamza, let me expose you. Hamza, you are the same guy that when Liverpool won the Carabao Cup, yeah, you said to Liverpool fans they won a little shitty Carabao Cup.
It's
Hamza,
$100,000.
No, Hamza. You know why you just said, yeah. No, Hamza, go on mute. You just said, yeah, to win every tournament. Did you not just say that before every trophy?
Yeah, but
did you not just say that before, Hamza? Did you not just say that before?
Yeah, but Carabao is different to this.
Hamza, did you not just say that before? Yes or no?
Yeah, don't compare Carabao to this.
Okay, thank you very much. So you just contradicted yourself. Is it not a trophy at the end of the day?
Hamza, you're saying Akanji's on forward watch, by the way.
Is it not a trophy at the end of the day?
Hold on 1 sec, bro. Hamza, if you're saying, what do you call it? Akanji's on forward watch, then Rodri's on forward watch as well, according to you, mate.
Oh, Rodri.
Yeah, because Rodri's. I told you 10 minutes ago. Rodri said what Akanji said months ago regarding the schedule.
Rodri's main number one priority next season is to play the World Cup. He'll be 30 next season. He wants to fit the legacy of Busquets and the likes of Xavi, Iniesta. Spain are in a good position to win the World Cup. He doesn't want to
go, man. Guys, big up, man.
Yeah. So number one is that. Number two is to probably transform us into winning the league title and Champions League. So he's gonna say to Pep, don't overuse me. Make sure you utilize me well. I don't want to play every single game. I want to be rested.
Do you think Pep will listen to that?
Okay, yeah.
Do you know Pep Guardiola?
He will listen to him because last time he didn't listen to him.
There's no way Rodri will go to his boss and say, I want you to play me these games, do me this, do this.
No, don't overplay me. I've just come from an ACL.
Pep doesn't give a shit.
He will because last time
did you hear that, Kono? This guy says what's his name? What was it? Rodri will go to Pep and tell him when he has to play him.
No. Look after me. Look after me. Don't overuse me like last time. Like I wanna. He wants to play World Cup. This is the biggest opportunity for Rodri's ever career.
Do you think
he has a chance?
Do you think Pep cares? Do you think Pep cares about this guy's international thing? He only cares about what he wins at City.
Pep cares about the Spanish players a lot. He's very close to Rodri. I'll tell you one thing about it. He loves Rodri. He cares. He's
if he loved him, he wouldn't have played that much.
Bernardo, he loves Bernardo so much. He loves Gundogan and he loves Rodri. He loves his loyal players. He loves those three. Those are his favorites.
That is mad. I don't think a player will ever go to a manager and tell him exactly where he wants when he wants to play. I don't think so. I don't think
not where to play, but be careful with me. Don't overuse me.
Well, we all know that the biggest fraud on this panel is Hamza. So this guy, Hamza, he is the biggest fraud. There's no way any player can tell Pep, I want to play me here, play me there. There's no way that can happen. That's impossible.
But in my opinion, yeah, Rodri cannot play against though. like if we got Southampton or what right now it's like Burnley, Sunderland or something. Like these team, don't play him. To be fair, let's be honest, man. We need to use him in big games, like we play against big 6 team or something. You know what I mean?
But the funny thing is that Pep will use him. You guys know Pep. When we are discussing, when we are talking,
it's just an opinion, but it just
I know. When we are talking, we forget who Pep is sometimes. Hamza and Patrick, we all forget. Even when we are doing formation, we all forget who that guy. That guy is a maniac. That guy is crazy. Just watch what he's gonna do next season. All this formation that we are all combining, which is good, but that guy will change everything. It will change everything. Even though we don't forget that we bought Ainori. Don't be surprised if Ainori is playing center back next.
Yeah, I told you this will happen.
Yeah. You know what? And Nori can play midfield and wing back.
Want Grealish?
Well, if Newcastle want Grealish, they better give us Livramento.
That's what they might get involved in, that kind of deal.
Wow, that's not bad.
By the way, this has got nothing to do with Livramento, by the way. They just want Grealish.
Yeah, on loan.
Yeah, on loan. They'll take him on loan, but we have to cover.
City should do with make sure that they have to move. Not buy option. What is it?
I think City
What's the other one? Option.
I don't think City wants to loan.
What do you mean? Obligation.
Yeah, you have to buy it. After this, you have to buy it. Others who are not entertaining people for.
Yeah, do you know what though?
Hamza, you gotta.
I'll do
Hamza,
the same. I'll put obligation to buy because
Hamza, do
he's
you think
spending
Jack
very
Grealish
differently.
he's gonna reduce his wages whilst he's on 300k a week?
No way, he better do.
Why
He's
would
gonna play
you?
football.
No one's gonna reduce.
He's not reducing
That's
his
the thing.
wages. He's not
That's
reducing
his
his wages. We're gonna
lifetime
have to
thing.
cover. We're
Hamza,
gonna have to
he's
cover
not gonna
majority of the 300 grand a week that Grealish is on, and then Newcastle will pay the rest.
So I think it's right, 100%. I think he's not. Why would you? Even if I'm Jack Grealish, I'm not taking pay cut. I'm 30 years old.
Okay. Let me ask it like this. Okay, so let's say for instance he goes on loan to Newcastle and we have put an obligation to buy. When Newcastle want to, let's say, buy him, they can tell that Grealish, but you're gonna have to reduce a bit of the wages. So he can't do that later on. Because Grealish has to remember this. Like, I'm sorry, Jack. If you want to play the Club World Cup, as Tuko told you have to play football. So you're gonna have to play ball. So you know what? Am I wrong to say this, guys? Am I wrong to say that? I want the panel to tell me. In my last video, I did tell people that I think we have to accept that we made a mistake on Jack Grealish.
Wow,
His profile.
what type of mistake is that? Which mistake was it?
As in this signing hasn't been worth 100 million.
So
But
you're
no
putting
signing,
Grealish
no
in the same
signing
bracket
is-
as Phillips.
No signing is worth 100 million. No signing is worth 60 million. No signing is worth 80 million.
Patrick,
so
Patrick, are you
if it's
putting
the
Grealish in?
if it's the price that they need to pay to get him, yeah, they paid and get him. That's the thing. And don't forget, you guys might think, oh, is this maybe the job that Pep asked him to do 2 years ago and last the treble season as well. Maybe he's done it. And don't forget, it was really good in our treble season. And yeah, I would take that. So the 100 million cover for that. Okay, Chelsea bought Casedo for 115 million, right? So what have they won for the past 3 years? Can you tell me, Patrick? Even though he's playing good, what have they won? At least we won the treble with Grealish. So what are we doing here?
Wait, Patrick, if you're calling Grealish a mistake, that means he's in the same bracket as Phillips, no? Calvin Phillips was a mistake at his football club.
Thank you.
And you can't put them in the same bracket, label him as a mistake. I think that's a very harsh word to define Grealish's career at sea. Very harsh, man. Big up Grealish, man. Go to Newcastle, win some trophies, bro.
Listen, let me just say something. Jack Grealish, to me, he was a good player. But let me give you an advice as a player. There's something about importance about here. See here? It's key. Great players have here and this. They look after themselves mentally because they think, what is their goal? Yeah, they reach that goal, but they're hungry. Great players just don't come along and win, and then the Cristiano Ronaldo. Look at those guys. The great players, Zidane and all that stuff. One thing that they had here looks after your physical health. If you've got it here mentally, and you want your goal, you want to achieve your goal, nothing should stop you in life. You're here. You're positive-minded. You're strong-minded. You should be able to work well. Look at Mo Salah. I'll give you an example of Mo Salah. How old is he? 30? 33?
33, 34, yeah.
33-year-old winger who's bagging 30 goals, 40 goals. You think it's by chance? Mo Salah looks after himself very well. He eats right. He's physically, mentally. He's a family man. He's got good influence around him. What happens in footballers? What you do is importance about what you choose in life. Yeah. Pep, especially when you're in that organization and you're playing for the best manager in the world, you're very lucky to be managed by Pep Guardiola, to be managed by Manchester City. You've got all the right setup. So what you need to do, you need to milk it. You need to take it. What do you want to be in 2-3 years' time? Do you want to win the Ballon d'Or? Can you win it? Or do you just want to be, okay, I've won the treble, I won the league title, enough? If you, Jack Grealish, I'm sorry, the critical thing is he has to take. And I think lifestyle is important. This thing about footballers, they have to sleep well, they have to eat well, they have to look after themselves. People say, no, it's about their social. You have no right to talk to them, man. Listen, you're a role model now when you're a footballer. Children look up to you. So when the newspaper reports of him coming out partying at 2 a.m. or alcohol and he was found drugged, it gives a bad persona especially when you have a stinker. Makes sense? Am I wrong to say that? Like when you have a stinker, people look into that and say, why have you gone downhill? What's wrong? What's happened? And it's a factor, especially in the media in the UK. They want players downfall. Unfortunately, Jack Grealish is one of those names that they're looking for. English players like David Beckham. Remember the English media had to destroy David Beckham? They got involved in his life. But David Beckham was a family-oriented man. He had children. He settled down early. He was never hardly seen in clubbing, whatever it is. But still, they wanted him down.
Wait. Did you talk about David Beckham? Who was the playboy?
Playboy when he's obviously that little Real Madrid.
You made the wrong example.
But we're talking about generally.
You made the wrong example. You should have given a good
But Jack Grealish, listen, Jack Grealish is a talented footballer. What's made him go downhill? What has made Jack Grealish go downhill this bad, Patrick?
Do you know the thing is, Jack Grealish reminds me of George Best, but George Best was just talented. Was just very good, regardless.
Wait, what, Patrick, you was watching George Best, yeah?
No, but I just heard he was talented, regardless of his drinking.
Martin, listen, there's players like Maradona.
Conway. By the way, Conway, I have played with George Best on FIFA, so hold that.
Listen, when Gandalorian came, I'll never forget when Gandalorian told Martin, I just don't like what he's doing. I feel this. Gandalorian called me last year. I said, nah, it's his life, leave him. Nah. He said, you can't continue this. You can't. I'm sorry. You're a player for the football club. You're supposed to. There has to be an example. What do you think? Sancho, look at Sancho now. You have to set an example. I'm sorry. Yeah. So to me, I'm sorry. Jack, there's something that Pep's seen, and there's something that the football club's seen, and they're gonna part ways with Jack Grealish. That's not true though. That's not true though, Hamza. Because the club and Pep and the rest of the players, they're in a good. Like they all have good relationships between them and Jack Grealish. Grealish is just leaving because he knows. Why is he not playing? Because he's now in a situation where there's other players that are putting in more work than him for the team. We're buying new players, and it's just the perfect time for Grealish to look for other opportunities elsewhere. That's all it is to it, man. When people start doing conspiracy, Hamza, there's no need for us to be doing conspiracy theories regarding Jack. The guy just needs to go elsewhere for him to solidify a starting position before the World Cup next year. There's a World Cup happening next year in America, Hamza. FIFA World Cup. Grealish wants to participate in that. The only chance he will get in doing so is him playing week in, week out for another club. He won't get an opportunity at City. Okay, no. Do you think by chance, I'm not saying this, why is Mo Salah at the age of 33 bagging 40-something goals?
Mo Salah has always been, but Mo Salah has been bagging goals more than Jack Grealish from the beginning.
But hold on, 33 years. What factors influences a player to play this role at that age? Modric to play that role at that age. They look after themselves. Basic.
Hamza, sometimes some people look after their bodies in different ways. Take that fat waste man Rooney. Look at him now. The guy is an obese guy.
Yeah, who are you talking about, Adam?
I'm talking about Wayne Rooney. So that's it. It just depends on the player. Some players look after themselves.
100%. But I don't think there's elements where we're hearing reports. There's reports what we're hearing. But I'm just saying that Jack Grealish, unfortunately, has gone and he's only, how old is he? How old is he, Jack Grealish?
29.
I think he's 29.
He's 29 years old, man. Yo, 29, you're peak. Like, that's 27, 20. That KDB at 29. Remember KDB at 29? There you are. You remember those players at 29? They start peaking. 29. I'm sorry. I know you guys we often not critical, but we have to be honest. There's a reason why is City trying to get rid of him then? Conway, if he's a good player, why?
He's not. He won't get the opportunity to play week in, week out at this club, man.
Why? Why is that? Is he not good enough?
Conway
It's not that
just
he's
told
not
you
good
there's a
enough. He will
World Cup
play, but he'll
next
be
year,
heavily
Hamza.
rotated. There's a World Cup happening next year, Hamza, man.
Yo, guys, I'm so sorry.
Tuchel's already told him, like, yo, you'll only get the opportunity to
Good,
play for us if you're playing with no stars.
listen, guys. Sorry to interrupt you, Conway.
Commercial, man. Commercial, man.
Big up to first of all Patrick for the stream. Listen, great stream. I've just joined right now. Big up to Hamza. Big up to everyone. Listen, sorry to cut you off. I just want to say, listen, 3 signings: Cherki, Reijnder, and Aitnouri. We're moving serious so far this window, man. Let's go.
Wait, Yusuf, was that the speech you came for? Yusuf, is Yusuf still here?
Yeah, I can hear you, my brother. Go ahead, say that again.
Yusuf, was that the speech you came up for? I thought you were coming to cook Hamza for saying Jack Grealish is rubbish.
No, I didn't know what Hamza said. I just wanted to start off like this. Sorry.
Let me ask you, Yusuf.
Yeah, go ahead.
What's happened to Jack Grealish this season?
Listen, I'm telling you, Jack Grealish, my thing is last season, or 2023-24 season, Pep gave him another chance. He was supposed to sell him that summer, but Pep gave him another chance to redeem himself on 24-25. He has not been, and he's not taking it seriously. And for me, 6 months of good football to win the treble was good at the time, but in hindsight, his time at City has been underperformed massively. But the fact that he came out and he said, "Oh, I scored 3 goals in 3 games." Like, what are you supposed to tell me? Salford City, Leicester, and who was the else? What's the other team that he scored against?
Oh shit! Seriously?
Yeah. And he said, "I scored 3 goals in 3 games." Like, brother, come on. You're a £100 million player. I'm expecting a bit more. You know what I mean? A bit more goals, more involvement in the game. Do you know what I mean? Like, people saying, "Oh, Pep ruined him." Pep did not ruin him, man. Look at Doku. He's been able to. Okay, he might not be the most clinical winger that we have, but when he gets into like position, he tries to take his man on. Savinho, the same thing. He's very raw, but he's trying to take his man on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but they call Dogo a headless chicken, and they say Jack Grealish is a treble winner.
No, but you know what it is. You know what it is, Patrick. I this is the thing with City fans. Like, a lot of fans, if you're telling me £100 million player is winning fouls, he's brought in to win fouls and do this, like, brother, with all respect, like, you know, we're talking about Manchester City Football Club here, man. We're not talking about, you know, another like mid-table club. We're not trying to get by a player just to win fouls for me, bro. Like, this ain't rugby football, man. Do you know what I mean? This is a proper like top tier team. The guy has been massively underperforming the last year and a half, and he wants to say that I scored 3 goals in 3 games. Man, this notion of Jack Grealish FC, man, like,
Yeah,
brother,
but guys, I want to ask one important question before I go.
yeah.
Who thinks anyone here who think that we're gonna win the league next season? Like, can we win the league next season? Can anybody tell me?
Yeah, I think
We saw the right back. Yes.
Anyone else? Hamza, Martin.
Absolutely. You have
Kevin, I think the league is guaranteed. I think we'll win it.
Guaranteed is crazy, by the way.
Oh,
one guy.
We need a right back.
You see, I think if you guys want to win the league 100% and you want to be confident, you need to add another winger, a killer.
Wait, Hamza, let me just say this. You guys think you're going to win the league with Costa in your net, yeah?
No, I think...
I don't think we will get
that's
Costa.
Funny to me,
It's quiet.
Who says we're getting Costa?
I'm just asking a question. I'm just asking the question, man. That's all I'm doing.
We're not getting Costa. Anderson is still our keeper. Come on.
Conway, you really do have nightmares about
Anyway,
Costa.
I've only come on to smoke Hamza. He's absolute waffle.
Martin, you just finished with Hassan.
Martin's coming. Yeah, go on,
Let Martin finish. Yeah, I want to hear this.
You just sat there. You said David Beckham was a professional. Was that before or after he was shagging Rebecca Lewis?
No, later on, Ferguson kicked him out for one.
No, don't give me that. Don't give me that, Hamza.
Hamza, don't beat around the bush. Hamza,
stop it, Hamza.
You want to ask about his life at United or after United?
Why are you picking and choosing?
You think he was a model professional at Real Madrid?
At Real Madrid, he wasn't. And that's why he flopped.
But what was the reason he got kicked out United?
Because Ferguson was against the issue with him and Victoria Beckham going to party. And I remember they went to a party before the...
hang on a minute. You just said Beckham was a model professional.
No. Before he was professional, he didn't have any problems. There was no issue with David Beckham. Ferguson picked up that one issue.
Hang on a minute. What age did he meet Victoria Beckham? He was in his early 20s.
98. I remember 98 when the Spice Girls were around.
Stop it, Hamza. Stop it. You're going about Maradona. Maradona was sniffing coke off women's tits. Let's not play this game anymore. Let's not do this. No. I'm not doing the Jack Grealish stuff. I'm not doing the Jack Grealish stuff. What I'm trying to say is, Hamza, you're talking like no footballer does anything wrong or makes mistakes.
Facts.
Some of the world's greatest footballers have made errors, major errors.
And they lost their place. Ronaldinho, including them, kicked up by Pep Guardiola. He doesn't take that. And that's
Hamza, you can name. We can go. You know, you've seen all the allegations on some of the Brazilian legends that have come out. George Best played half his games drunk.
Those are great players.
What we doing here? Come on, let's stop this. No, the trouble is, fans. No, tell what it is.
Trying to say, Hamza.
Fans today want footballers to train, play games, and go home and get in bed by 8 o'clock.
But do you think Ferguson?
They are multi-millionaires.
Ferguson never used to accept that kind of behavior, and that's what I said. Great manager.
Yeah, but do you want to know? Hang on. Do you want to know what was ironic about Ferguson? No, famous story, Hamza. Alex Ferguson was having his own house party, yeah, with his own guests, drinking plenty of fluids. He left his own house party to go and shut down Lee Sharp's and Ryan Giggs' house party, and then went back to his own house party. Pep Guardiola goes out and has a drink. What we doing here?
What he goes? Do you find Pep Guardiola drunk outside, getting drunk by his friends? Have you ever?
It's just not been caught on camera.
You've seen Pep Guardiola being grabbed with two people around, a manager for Man City. No chance. He said it's possible. No chance. He's a very professional man.
Wait, Hamza, wait. Can we ask about this news? It looks like it's coming out now about Livramento. It looks like even Newcastle reporters are trying to put the PR out there. Obviously, it's from Newcastle, saying there's no way you're buying him. Martin, I thought this was a dream signing. So we actually had the balls to go after Livramento.
I think we will still go after Livramento. Whether I think it'll be later on in the deal. It'll be later on in the market. The problem is 80 million for a fullback is a world record. 80 million is not chump change.
Yeah, but whose fault is
doesn't get done in 5 minutes. Yeah, no, I know it is. But they will look at other alternatives as well. They're not just going to drop 80 million quid onto one player like that. People are talking about 80 million quid like it's 10 million.
Quick question. Who's the other alternatives? Are they English as well?
Sorry, I want to ask Martin a question. Martin, regarding Livramento, do you think Newcastle would be able to accept money plus some players on the exchange? Do you think that would be an option?
I think there's a fee. I think there's a fee included in it now.
Martin, you and I know this business really well. The first question for anybody is, how long does he have out of his contract? What's his contract like? Livramento.
About 4 or 5 years. Still left.
He's not going anywhere. Let's be clear. Stop wasting our time. He's not coming.
Fact.
He's not coming. Stop.
True.
Right? If he has 4 or 5 years left, he's not coming. Move on.
Why will he even come? Of course he's not coming.
He's not coming. Now, what are you going to buy him up for 100-something million for what? Newcastle's not going to sell. Oh, does have money. Then Champions League. 4-year contract. He's not leaving. He's not going anywhere, guys. Move on to the next person.
I heard they have PSR rules, though. I'm not sure if that's true.
They'll find a way to PSR. If we can find a way, they'll find a way. They're not selling him.
Come on, man. Of course they won't sell him. That guy.
What are we doing here? The Saudis are going to sell an asset that's going to help them in the Champions League when the guy has a 4-year contract left. It ain't happening.
Wait. If they were finishing 8th, 7, 6 is understandable. Not
You
there
see,
in
Yeah.
Champions
you
League.
see, this is this is why I said where is City getting the balls to go and do that? That's why I'm not
Who says
surprised with the
City are doing
rejection.
it, Patrick? Who says City are doing it?
It's right all over. Fab said that the negotiation has stopped because Newcastle don't want to sell.
They don't want to sell. They don't need the money. They say
No. Doesn't say that. He says don't want to sell at the fee City want. There is a fee. City don't want to pay that fee.
Yeah, but City are also funny. Why would you go after somebody who you know is unsellable?
Yeah.
But again, but the trouble is, the trouble is, like Hamza, you did this the other week. I don't want to buy Gibbs White because of this money. Any homegrown player is going to cost a lot of money, innit? Because that's the market now. Because there's not that many good homegrown players out there anymore, and everyone is fighting for homegrown. And because of the UEFA rules, people are going to sell at a massive over premium. That's just what we're going to have to do now. You're not, the days of getting a homegrown player out for 20, 30 million, unless it's a release clause, ain't going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, the moment you hear that the guy has, listen, let me explain how this thing kind of works, right? Power resides with the club if the contract is over 2 years left. Power shifts to the player once it's under 18 months. That's how it works. So the guy has 4-year contract left, and they're in Champions League. He ain't leaving, bro. It's not happening. PSR, they'll find a way. They'll find a way for PSR. They'll sell some academy kids to the championship team, make 10 million on each one, and move on. They'll find a way.
No, Newcastle can't do that, Carl, because they haven't built they haven't got their academy built up enough to do that yet.
They'll sell somebody else than Martin. They'll sell somebody else. That guy's too important to them. And then he's homegrown again.
The trouble is with Newcastle. Newcastle are in a damned if you do and damned if you don't. They don't want to sell. They want to compete with everyone else, but they can't because they haven't got the revenue built up because they've not been in the Champions League or enough and etc. And the other side of the coin is that's why they're looking at Callum Wilson on a new contract because they can't pay the wages to these top players anymore. They can't do it. Because the trouble is, they give Isak a new contract.
Yeah, Martin, you're right.
Tonali gets a new one. Everyone then jumps.
Yeah, Martin, you're right? But I want you to ever to step back 10,000 foot, and think of yourself as the owner of Newcastle. You're already 2-3 years ahead of schedule. Let's be clear. You're 2-3 years ahead of schedule for European football, and you won a trophy.
They're trying to run before they're trying to sprint before they're even on a light job.
Right, but so this idea of I want to compete with everyone, it's a little premature because you're already ahead. You've won a trophy. You've been in Champions League twice in 3 years. What you need now to do is make sure you keep the best players, compete in this new Champions League, get the revenue, win another trophy next year, maybe it's the FA Cup, whatever it is, and keep moving on. They're not selling.
Yeah, it's a slow build for Newcastle.
Yeah, they're not selling. And when we talk about so Martin and I and Patrick, we talk about this kind of stuff a lot in the background, right? We talk about put yourself in the boardroom. Think of yourself as an owner. What would you do? I ain't selling him. To you? Nah, man.
And you know what? You know what? Apparently, if you go to the latest report, they've announced in that they've got these new sponsors to promote their PSR, and they're not in danger at all.
The moment it comes out, the moment City won APT, Newcastle are free.
Yes. They will beat this.
The moment City won
they're okay
APT,
Premier League wise. No, they're okay Premier League wise. They're not okay UEFA wise.
Right, UEFA has the issue with the wages income. That's they do have that issue, right? Of that, right? They do have that issue. They have to make sure they're below the 75% cap, whatever it is. They got to figure that out, right? But for the Premier League, as long as they have the APT, that's good. But that APT also informs their revenue that they're going to declare to UEFA next year, because they're going to get sponsors from Saudi Arabia, and they're going to be plenty of them coming in, because there is no APT anymore. It's done. This is what Amanda Stable was talking about in the video, the Newcastle video that was on Amazon Prime, about the fact that this was a hindrance to them making money from sponsors in Saudi Arabia. And guess what's coming down the pike, Hamza, in 3 years' time or 4 years' time in Saudi Arabia? The World Cup.
Yep.
Everything's going there. And those guys have a ton of cash to spend. So all those companies that are there, Sila, Saudia, Riyadh Air, all those guys, you're going to start seeing them a lot. A lot. A lot.
And I've got it here in the Newcastle.
This is a long-term plan. They know exactly what they're doing. They're not selling Livramento. It ain't happening.
I've got it here.
The article from Newcastle. The article from Newcastle says they have rejected completely. Newcastle have rejected.
There you
I've
go.
got it here. Newcastle are not in an immediate issue with PSR. Initially, it was thought that they had an issue with PSR last year, but they were planning to sell players. However, they've got this new sponsorship deal with PAF, which will allow them to spend money and not to lose any of their players. There you are.
No, Hamza.
The moment City won APT, Livramento was finished.
No. You're all missing the point. It's not the spending; it's the wages. They can't.
Yeah, but the wages. But Martin, the wages comes in. There are two sides of wages, right? There's income and there's revenue. Income and cost. If you get more sponsors, that's more income.
They get
so now your revenue goes down.
Yeah, but they won't. I'm talking about this season. They've not got enough this season. Because that's why they can't. Hang on.
Deal with PIF will boost up the PSR.
Right, Hamza, please listen. You're not getting the point. PSR, he doesn't talk about, but when you read it all and you listen to stuff from Boldson, etc., it is the wages. They can't compete on
question,
wages.
Martin, the accounting question we all need to go and do research on is Newcastle following accrual accounting or cash accounting? Because if it's accrual accounting, what they're going to do is book the revenue for Champions League that they're going to get before it's even played. Are you following me? Right? So accrual accounting, once you have a transaction or contract done, you can book that revenue against your account now and say, I expect to have 100 million from revenue. I'm going to book it now. If it's cash, you only get that accounting treatment when the cash comes in from FIFA or from UEFA. So these are the little details that these guys are, checking. You have to go check. It changes the whole dynamic, right? So it changes the whole dynamic. So when I heard about Livramento, he's not coming. Ain't happening. No chance. No chance. Look somewhere else.
The trouble is that Newcastle needs to do, and they need to realise this. I don't know how they get around it. The problem is they want to give Isak a new contract. He's on 130, 140-ish. He wants to go up to 250. Trouble is, he goes to 250. Bruno has got something in his contract where he's got to go on par or something. Something along them lines where he has to go on par with the top earner. So then he gets 250. Then Tonali knocks on the door. He wants the same roughly.
Yeah, but if you're the club, but if I can guarantee, if you're the club, right? If you're the club, you've already set in everybody's contract. You want 250, you have to make top 4. Or top 3.
Yes, but that's why they couldn't get Umbremo, Carl. They couldn't get Umbremo because
top 3,
of the wages.
You don't get the 250. You don't get it. Or how many goals you get?
But that's what players are asking for going into Newcastle now. That's the market.
Yeah, but Newcastle doesn't. Listen, what is Newcastle's goal? Newcastle's goal every year for the next couple of years is not to become first or second or third. Ultimately, it's to make top 5. That's it. And the more top 5s they make, the more revenue they get. So if you're Isak and you want 500, 300K, you're not getting that, bro. After a while, you got to leave. But can we still make top 5? Yes, we can.
But that's the point, Carl. That's what Newcastle don't want to happen. They don't want Isak to leave. They want to do it quicker to keep Isak. They don't want to lose Isak.
Yeah,
that's the trouble. So Hamza's right.
And they can't pay him. He's going to have to leave. It's simple.
Exactly.
Can they make top 5 without Isak? Yes, they can. Yeah, but can they make top 5 without Isak? They probably can.
Like I said yesterday, Newcastle in a rock and a hard place. They're too big to be small and too small to be big.
They'll figure it out. These guys are stuck smart, now. Hamza, these guys are smart, right?
No,
they're smart. They're smart. They'll figure it out, mate. They'll figure it out.
Smart for us. They're run by PIF already, and you just knew straight away. These guys are, bro. The simple thing, I'll never forget this. Yeah, when a pitch went, I'll never forget Nagano. When the FA tried to stop them being bought by PIF, I told everyone it's gonna go through. What are we doing here? These guys know everything. They know they've got the cash. They've got everything. So they will know every. Look what Chelsea are doing to the Premier League. Look what Chelsea are doing. The loopholes are legal, but they're able to navigate. These guys are bigger than that.
Hamza, at the end of the day, right?
Navigate.
Well, at the end of the day, right? All these guys that the Premier League are trying to go after, these guys deal with heads of state. They deal with multi-billion-dollar organizations.
Yeah.
The Premier League is dealt with by what's that guy's name? The guy? What's the one? Richard Masters? Seriously?
Yeah.
Wasn't he what marketing
He's a
guy?
little fish in a big sea. Little fish.
You see the Abu Dhabi guy shaking hands with the president of the United.
It's not that.
Yeah, but my point
was the
is,
reason,
Martin, is
what
that
was the reason Paul Mitchell left? What was the reason Paul Mitchell left?
Left who?
You know the reason?
Left where?
Well, why did Paul Mitchell leave Newcastle?
I don't know. I don't know why he left.
Because I was talking to some Newcastle fans about this. He left because he wanted to buy cheap. So like he used to do at Manicom, he used to get young up and coming players or wherever he was at and sell them on, diamond cheap, sell them on at a massive profit. That was Mitchell's way around their PSR, to build their PSR up. Eddie Howe didn't want to do that. Eddie Howe doesn't really want to buy young foreign players. Eddie Howe wants to buy Matt Gay, Jack Grealish, that type of player. Eddie Howe is very, very keen on his homegrown players, and that's the problem.
Yeah, but Martin, at some point, the economics would tell Eddie Howe, sorry, bro, you can't do it anymore. You have to leave.
No, but that's the problem. But they won't do that, Carl, because Eddie Howe is king and mighty in Newcastle at the minute.
Nah, man, listen, Hamza, wait, kings come and fall by the night. If it gets to a point where he's saying he wants X,
agree.
Yeah, if he gets to a point where he says he wants X and the numbers don't make X, he's gonna go.
But Carl, who's left? It was Paul Mitchell or Eddie Howe.
They'll figure it out, mate. These guys are smart. They'll figure it out.
Continue, man. They've structured the foundation is good.
These guys, hey, listen, Hamza, these guys won the bid to host the World Cup.
Yeah.
Understand?
They're huge.
The problem is that the problem, Hamza, is that unfortunately a lot of fans
stop that. Hamza, they're huge.
Can I say something?
A lot of fans underestimate what these people do. They just don't understand what these people do. They just don't.
Can I just say something quickly, Carl? Let me say something to Hamza. Hamza, you remember you said you don't want to shop in Aldi. Who is the alternative to Livramento then?
He's a young English fantastic player.
I know. I'm saying who is the alternative to Livramento?
Isn't it Wesley? Isn't it Wesley? Didn't we agree terms with Wesley? I think Wesley's next.
Yeah, but
they don't look at that Porto guy. Martin was saying.
Yeah, but that's a foreign player. We need a homegrown. That's the thing.
I've already said this, Yusuf. Yeah, if you can't get Livramento, you can easily. Hamza, Olaina is too old. If you can't get Livramento, you can easily pivot to Tottenham. And Daniel Levy just come out and said we need to sell players in order for us to buy this summer. Knock out that door, go get Jed Spence. I don't know why we've been wasting our time talking to Newcastle regarding Livramento when they want crazy money in order for him to come to the club. Jed Spence, 35 to 40 M's, you can get it done. It's very easy, man. We're wasting our time here with Tino.
You think it's better?
Spence is a quality fullback.
Yeah, but you're going to Levy. Levy is going to try to extort us again.
That's the problem.
No, but Levy just come out and said that Tottenham need to sell this summer in order for them to buy it.
But Conrad, let's be honest. We know how Daniel Levy is. This man, the guy's a hard bargain to deal with. He's a difficult man to deal with, so I don't know if we will deal with him.
Listen, the key thing is you got issue here. You either, if you're gonna get Livramento, I think you have to make a smart decision. Then you have to look about.
Yeah, I don't think they're getting Livramento. I always thought it was a dream signing.
Oh, I don't think so. They sold me this dream, which I don't believe.
No, Hamza. I'm gonna say something. Sorry to interrupt you, Hamza. I'm thinking, going back to what Martin said, if Eddie Howe loves the homegrown players, surely we can drop, like I said, a Grealish, a McAtee, a McAtee, maybe like a little Calvin Phillips on the side. He's got 3 homegrown players that he wants, and on the side we just get give them a fee on top of the 3 players and get Livramento. Because me personally, if we need to get homegrown players, there's, like you said, there's not many. And if we have to get by foreign, that means Jack Grealish or one of them has to stay. Do you understand? Because unless we don't buy homegrown, some players have to stay, and then that means other players won't be able to come to City. So, bro, it's looking long, isn't it?
Now we'll see how everything goes. You know, on that note, guys, I have been streaming for 2 hours. I'm going to bed. I have to attend. So big up to everybody who came on. Big up to Javis. Javis was here with me since the beginning. Pitch points. Big up to you, Carl. Hope you're having a lovely day in the car wash. I don't know if the car is still being washed till now. Big up to Adam for coming on, man. Big up to you, and big up to Hamza, Yusuf, and Conway, and Martin, and Kevin, and don't forget Mateus, and the 2-second cameo by Kelkster, but I think she's getting smashed. So
can't wait to hear we go tomorrow, man.
Yeah, so obviously we hear here we go in the morning, and I just think that it's Wesley.
I think after the German game, the third place game.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, Martin, I think
medical's booked. Medical is preliminarily booked for Monday.
But Martin, I wanted to say this.
Sorry, on who, Martin? On who?
He's talking about Cherki.
Oh, okay.
Ain't Nori and Reijnders have done theirs. They've done all their stuff.
Wait. Martin, don't you think Wesley is the right back? Remember, there's agreed terms with Wesley.
Wesley.
Martin, are you cut out?
Yeah, he's cut out. Wesley cut his lineup because Wesley doesn't want anybody to know he's coming to.
Wesley wanted him to shut up,
so he doesn't have to go in the forum.
Say that again. We didn't hear what you said. You cut off.
You just cut off, man.
Sorry, they're looking at Fernandes, but he's got a £60 million release clause, but he doesn't have to be included in the European.
Who's Fernandes now?
Martin Fernandes, 19 years old, 25 appearances from Porto, 25 appearances, 5 goals. He got 5 assists, 10 assists, something like that.
Martin is 19 years old. Okay. Wait, is that Bruno Fernandes' brother?
No way, man.
Okay, that's mad. Okay, guys, man. Big up to everybody, man. Martin, do you have any shows coming?
No, back Monday. We're having the weekend off.
Big up to you.
I've just done a show with Hussam.
So, I saw that. I'm gonna rewatch that. I was watching that halfway. What about Hamza Talks Ball? Hamza, are you gonna do any shows? Or you're gonna be lazy?
I've been busy because I'm doing this 3,000 word essay. I got it all wrong because I've been chatting to you about football, and this Morgan Gibbs White stressed me. They've asked me to repeat. I wrote the whole 5,000 word essay that's completely wrong. So I'm doing another 3,000 words.
Come on, man. Let him go, man. No one gives like anymore, man.
Yeah,
Let him go, man.
Let it go.
So even I'm at work now doing the essay.
Yeah, let me ask this. What about pitch points? Carl, are you gonna do any content for the Club World Cup? Here with us, Carl. Is Carl still with us?
Yeah, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. Let me share a story about how great this club is. Let me share a story.
Go ahead.
So, I have friends that do a lot. I work with on different things that come to the Etihad and stuff, right? But I do pay for those things sometimes. There's a friend of mine who I know very well who's lost his wife. Patrick, you know the guy we're talking about recently, right? And they have a little boy who's young, 9, plays on the same team as my lad, same club in pre-academy stuff. So I'm supposed to go to the Club World Cup in Philadelphia with my family, got 3 tickets, etc. I email the club and say, hey, there's a kid that plays with my son, just lost his mother a couple of months ago. He's a fan of City, he loves the club. Father's also a fan. Is there a way in which you can get a discounted ticket for a good price? The club gave him 2 free tickets to go.
Serious?
Yeah.
That's good.
Man. I was in tears. It really.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
Those kids have gone through a lot, man.
Yeah. The guy we're talking about.
Yeah, I know.
Club gave 2 free tickets to go, VIP tickets to go to Club
Big
World
up
Cup.
to the club. They do try, They do try.
Yeah. So it's little things like that, and it's beyond the football. It's the family. It's you guys. It's the arguments we have, the fierce debates that we have, the disagreements. At the end of the day, my vein still bleeds blue. This is who we've become. COVID, Martin and I were there almost every night for hours, helping each other out. You think we fight and we hate each other? No, we actually love each other. That's why we'd have these debates. So we have these arguments. We don't agree, and we're fierce. But at the end of the day, we love the club. The club has become family to us. I wouldn't have met you guys without the club. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, it's like that, isn't it?
So,
We couldn't have all met here
Yep.
without
Yep.
the club. Yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately, some of us. Yeah, unfortunately, some of us we had to meet Adam, but it is what it is.
But just a massive kudos to the organization that they do care about people. Do they get it right all the time? No. But there's people there that really are good people at heart, and they always do the right thing. I'm thankful to them for what they've done for my friend.
Carl, you see the bullying that I have to put up from this Malawian fraud and Conway.
Come on, you let it go, man.
Yeah, Conway doesn't bully you, but big up to all of you guys.
I didn't even say nothing. I was on mute the whole time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Conway doesn't bully or do anything, but big up to all of you. So Hamza, are you gonna do any streams or you're being lazy?
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing. Yeah, definitely. I'll start doing streams 100% in this June. 100%.
Yeah, after you're done. But good luck with your essay, man. Big up to you, Yusuf, man, for joining, and Javis and Conway and everybody, man, and all the guys who are watching. Don't forget to like the video. I hope you guys enjoyed that. You enjoyed the madness. This is what you guys keep asking for. You say you want space style like streams. So here we go. Sometimes we'll be having them. But big up to everybody. It says Malawi has too many frauds. Patrick had to migrate. Yeah, I had to leave. There was too many frauds, man. Big up to all of you guys, man. Have a lovely day.
Wins tackles! It's a title winner! Perfect end to a perfect day. Manchester City 4, Manchester United 1. Oh, what a hedge! Oh, that's electrifying! Hat-trick hunting, trick getting. Still the appetite is there for more. Oh, it is sensational!